Gather round, family. Pull up a seat at our crackling fire. Tonight, I've got a tale to spin. One that'll send shivers down your spine and make the hair on your neck stand on end. Out yonder in the misty hills of the Appalachia, where the trees whisper secrets and shadows dance to an ancient tune, there's a place known as the Lost Caravan. Sanctuary for wanderers and adventurers alike. A place where lines between reality and the unseen blur like smoke in the night air. Imagine this, family. You're sitting with your closest kin, gathered round the table as the firelight flickers. The sound of dice rolling hits your ears. But these aren't just any old dice, mind you. No, these are the kind that carry the weight of fate. The kind that decide whether you'll live to see the morning or be swallowed whole by the darkness. We're playing a game, you see. A game of courage and cunning. Where we step into the shoes of brave souls wandering these haunted hills, facing down terrors of the unknown. It's called the Old Gods of Appalachia Tabletop RPG. And let me tell you, it's a journey like no other. Our story begins in the town of Dismal, where all of you, whether you're from Dismal, whether you're passing through, or you live outside of the town proper, all of you, youngins, kids, 8 to 10 years old, have found friends this summer in each other. You've laughed together, played together, forged bonds together. Though none of you would have any idea what was waiting for you come the end of summer. Here, in the clearing in the woods, you sense something deeply special that calls your blood and bones. The promise of eternal summer, eternal childhood, eternal joy. It's a sweet promise that together you agree to answer that call. Here in this small clearing where the trees circle round you like arms, and the ground is soft as Gran's quilts, and this old rabbit-shaped rock holds everything together at its center. Here in this place, you have found and built together, you are safe. You are unseen. You are free. Here, in this place, where the wind moves soft through the leaves, and the bark bears marks of your letters, and the rabbit kicks its heels up and runs, not in fear, but in joy. You are best friends, and nothing will ever come between you. In this little fort of yours, I invite each of you, family, to tell me what you brought to this place, what you did to make it special, how this place was special to you. Why don't we just go down the same way we did intros? Harley, what do you remember most about that summer, and what made this place so special to you?
Harley is the definition of a tomboy, and this was a space that at the time, using she her pronouns, she was able to run and wrestle in the mud and have dirt wars and go hunting for snakes. And so she has decorated the space with all of her random findings, the pretty rocks from the creek, um, snake skin, shed snake skin that she found, a bone here and there. And it doesn't really make much sense. And to anybody else, these pieces are not particularly eye catching, but for Harley, they are very, very special. And that at she feels in her skin more than she typically does when she's out here in the woods.
And you have a connection, right? One of the
I
other
do.
kids?
I do.
Who was that?
I gotta open up my character sheet to remind myself.
Sometimes
um,
we all need a little reminder once in a while about the important things.
uh, One of some of my favorite memories are with, and I didn't choose this ahead of time, but I'm going to go ahead and say Bryson. Some of my favorite memories are with Bryson running through the woods trying to get squirrels and birds to eat nuts and bread out of our hands. And Bryson was always better at being just a little more patient. So oftentimes by the end of the adventure, I still had food cradled in my hand, whereas Bryson had been able to engage with all the animals. Um, but every time that I failed or moved too quick or too soon, Bryson would just kind of try to coach me back into it. And it wasn't successful, but Bryson was always very positive, and believed that I could kind of scale that back and eventually succeed at that.
Well, Bryson, what did you bring to the fort that summer? How did that summer leave an impact on you?
Uh, I moved to Dismal that summer with my mom and quickly fell in with this group. I think Harley first, and then became immediate worsties with with God Turks. What is your character's name? I've already forgotten.
Boston.
God damn it, Boston. Fell in with Boston, and we became worsties immediately. And I had a set of wooden swords, and I just like got the wood burning kit and put our names in them. And then I realized that Harley wanted one too, and so I made another one. Um, and so that like hung up in our little like club area on the wall are our wooden swords with our names wood burned into them.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
And do you have a connection with someone else?
I do. I do have a connection. It is with Boston. Bossy Boston, as I call him to his face. So, what am I supposed to read? I just totally blanked.
There's a little memory excerpt that I pinned.
Yes. The summer was hot. You and Boston fought about everything, but it was down and dirty, hot-tempered fisticuffs of friendship. No matter how many times you punched and kicked and wrestled each other to the ground, you were always fast friends again 5 minutes later.
Looking over at Boston, both of you probably still sporting a nice bruise or little cut on a cheek, or from a scrap that happened not but an
Throwing
hour or
elbows.
two ago. But Boston, what'd you bring to this fort?
I think
You're muted.
Boston might be muted.
Actually, just like completely. I'm only doing this for people to read the captions. I'm sorry. Doing a little test thing. Anyway, Boston always liked the trees. His grandfather, who he lives with up here, was a former logger, and built the house his own two hands, as he like to say. But his grandpa being a bit old, Boston's usually pretty busy around town. But when he gets out to this spot with some friends, he gets to actually relax. He's going up into the trees and making little stairways and doing his best to rope together some spots for climbing and jumping around, making a swing. Probably the most dangerous and dumb thing he did at the time, but it was worth it because you can shoot yourself right well across the clearing with that.
And did you have any connections with any of the other kids?
No, they all hate me. No, I'm joking.
Both can be true.
So, is like I was saying, it was kind of the first time that Boston really got to be good friends with people. You got to not be so busy and his brash, rough and tumble, loud self, and particularly Link Massey, always standing up for him and protecting him when they need protecting, and getting in the way and probably get into more trouble than it's worth because Massey seems to always be out, someone pointing their finger at her. But in addition, finally got to figure out that Brassing wasn't just being a big bully with all them fights, but actually, he's a good person. Just she had to fight sometimes.
Yeah, makes sense to me. And then why don't we jump over to Sylvia?
For Sylvia, I think prior to joining this group, she barely talked to anyone outside of her parents, like barely spoke to a soul, and found with this group people that she could feel comfortable and safe to speak with, to even like rant on and on about her favorite plants and flowers, and sometimes even try to talk their ear off. And I think she would go into the woods and collect flowers and do that thing where you split the stem of a flower and put another one in it so it creates like a chain. I think she made flower crowns for pretty much everyone in the group and then made like long flower chains to border the edge of the fort multiple times. Yeah.
Boy. And did you have a connection with someone that summer?
I did. I had a connection with Massey. That summer, I was a pretty quiet kid, always watching and listening along the edges of things. But your friends made you feel seen and welcomed. And myself and Massey has had an especially unique bond. Sometimes even finishing each other's sentences.
Best of friends. And last but not least, over to Maisie, aka Massey.
Yes, that's me. So Massey, I think very similarly, I think it's really well with how Sylvia and I finish each other's sentences and we're like very belonging, like two peas in a pod. It's really, really unfortunate that when Danny was describing Sylvia just then with the best of friends, the first thing that came to mind, I think it's because it's a line in the song, was Todd and Copper from The Fox and the Hound. And the ending of that is not the happiest. So we'll see where that goes here. So I don't know what my brain did in that moment when you were describing it, Danny. I really wish I could apologize more. But I can't because it was my brain and it did that. But so in a similar vein of like the flowers and like the decorations and that, I think one of Massey's favorite things to do is to make intricate like designs almost with like how when you cut a not dead limb off of a tree or like the stalks of very thick weeds that grow in like the deep Appalachian forest, how they're still malleable and flexible, weaving those into different shapes like arches and like wreaths and things like that, and using like some of the flowers that Sylvia probably collected to decorate those as well. But I think that they are a very artistic kind of person in that way. Not quiet when they don't want to be quiet, but when they're really concentrating and working on something cool, very pulled in on themselves. I do have a connection, which is to Boston, which is I have never felt more like I belonged somewhere than I did that summer in the woods. That fort, your friends, the trees and stones and sunshine shimmering through. It was the first time I understood what people meant when they said they felt at home. Boston was the one who initially invited me into the group and made me feel welcome, and I've always felt I have always been deeply grateful to them for that.
And of course, we can't forget the one who originally found this clearing. Aussie Birch. The one who brought this whole group together in that special place, not knowing that you'd all become such fast friends. That summer changed your life even before he died, giving you a sense of family that you'd always dreamed of. After that summer and after Ozzy's death, well, we'll pick up there in just a moment. As the sun hung high overhead, I want to give all of you a chance to tell me, what are you doing? What does this day look like for you? It's a day no different than any other. That's as far as you can tell. What are you all doing?
We're still kids.
I'm probably having a dirt war.
With me.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to ask, are we adults or not? I
Oh.
dissociated in the
Kids.
fact when who told us how old we
we're
are.
kids.
We're still kids, right?
You're kids. Of
Okay, but I
course
think
you
it's
are.
funnier
Yes.
if we were adults and Kian's character was having a dirt war as an adult.
Bold of you to think that Kian would not have a dirt war right now at 29 years old.
I would have.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
33
lie.
I do
I'm at
Yeah.
straight up
yeah,
have a dirt
31,
war.
and
Like,
I'll show up at your house and have a dirt war.
you literally throw
Wait, did you
clods
guys
of
want
dirt
a
at each
dirt war?
other.
You get the mud and you get the water. Well, you get dirt if you don't have mud,
Hey,
and then you get the
chat,
water, and then you
just
make
figured
mud,
out
and then
who's
you
not from the
chuck it.
south.
We just threw crab apples at each other. Like, what are y'all doing?
Oh yeah, we did that too.
We did that too.
So it sounds
Or
like
you go and you get like
there's a war going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mud,
um
rocks, crab apples.
No rocks. No, Bryson would never throw a rock at Harley.
Can't throw a rock.
you can throw dirt rocks. But
Crazy,
you have to like
Boo.
pinch
What
a
are you
piece of
doing?
it off to
Yeah, it's the rocks
make
that
sure it's a
like
dirt
you
rock
squeeze
first
them and they
before you
crumble.
throw an actual rock.
Is this like
Yeah,
your
those
first
are
dirt
right,
war
you have
or
to-
what?
Claude. CLOD. Claude.
Claude.
Well, as the sun beats down, we are approaching the end of that summer.
Dirt
All
Claude.
of you loving the time that you spent together in your fort, all feeling that connection to it. Until finally something happened. It was as if a bomb went off in the middle of that fort, but a bomb made of shadow and the night. The sounds like flashbangs going off, the smell of sulfur and of burning. Each of you feel it sweep over you like a sharp-edged feather. You can feel yourself changed forever. For a moment, your world and your vision darkens. And you find yourself somewhere and someone else. And then all of a sudden you come back. When you do, you see that rabbit-shaped stone that had marked the center of your fort has shattered into nothing but ash and smoke. And you see something else. Aussie on the ground. Still. Silent. Now each of you had seen death before. In the smallest things and sometimes the larger things. In a bee, or a robin, or a rabbit. But you know death when you see it. And you see it there, resting inside your friend. Just a moment later, Cottontail appears next to your friend, but it is no ordinary rabbit. It is Rabbit Rabbit. A creature long told in your bedtime stories and campfire horrors. There is a living rabbit, as Rabbit Rabbit's heart. Small, big-footed, big-eared. But upon and around that brown beating heart are layered thousands of ghosts of rabbits that were torn and tattered, teeth grown too long and nails too sharpened to talons. Each rabbit ghost tells their own story of some luck gone wrong. Together, they form the shape of a cottontail too large to be believed, one ear torn and drooping. Blood on the many upon its muzzle, back feet poised to drum, even to the dead waking. Rabbit Rabbit speaks, his voice is the dry grass of a fall whisper in the chill. This nest is my doing, and although I should not have let you borrow it, for I knew it to be dangerous, I did. I gladdened my heart and I allowed it to continue for far too long. I can return your friend to life from which they came, to be full and true and beating of heart once again. However, if I do this for you, you will each and all have an O, one to be paid together, as a single warrant, upon your friend's next and final death. Do you say yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
You hear very muffled yes from Sylvia, who is like hiding behind the closest person to her, clutching their arm and just shivering.
In that moment, Aussie breathes, as though they'd never stopped. Rabbit Rabbit bows its many heads and is gone. The fort you once loved is destroyed. You're not sure what you just said yes to, and already entirety of the situation begins to fade. A dream of friendship and of death already unraveling. Now, family, that was years ago. After that, you all drifted apart. Those of you that chose to stay in Dismal, your life didn't change for much. Those of you that went on your way, you may have had your adventures, but part of you knew you'd always be back. It's almost like with the loss of the fort and the loss of Aussie, there was nothing holding you together anymore. Each of you was changed. Forever. And it would not be until many years later that you would truly come together again. When you all got that message that your childhood friend Aussie had died, and that you understood you must return to these woods, you must gather at that fort, because there is work to do. Last thing you remember, reading that little note, a little message that lets you know that Aussie had indeed passed away. And suddenly you're there, standing at the funeral of your friend. As the hymns begin to die off, you remember the funeral, but as if it was too long ago to remember quite clearly. You remember hearing Aussie's voice, lifted in song, accompanied by the haunting tunes of a fiddle that Aussie loved so much. He always did have music in his blood, even when you were little. Each of you left that funeral moved by the music in your own way, drawn by something you couldn't feel, couldn't even name. It was both surprising and yet inevitable that you ended up here, in this clearing, with these friends of your childhood, who are no longer children and perhaps no longer even really friends. But you know why you're here. You remember the promise you made, the promise you owe. And as we stand there in that little circle, that small crater still there where that rock, that rabbit-shaped rock sat. Family, what would you like to do?
Bryson's just looking at Harley.
Harley is pointedly avoiding eye contact because Harley left. The last time Harley saw any of these people was pre-transition, and so now looks much more masculine, wearing mask clothing, shorter hair, and prefers to not have anybody here recognize them. But he knows who all these people are, and all these people know who he is, and so he is distinctly uncomfortable, and is absolutely just avoiding eye contact, probably staring at the spot where Aussie's body was laying when we all watched him die.
I am also like uncomfortable because this would not have been like the first time that Massey has made a deal with something and it's come due, but it's never been like as heavy as bringing someone like back from the dead. And so there is a sense of like heavy weight on their shoulders while they stare pointedly as well at the same spot that Harley is looking at where Aussie died the first time. And there, yeah, it's like a palpable, like, felt electricity, like ozone almost, like heavy weight in the air. I think they are feeling, regardless of whether it's there or not.
Boston's busying himself trying to get this latest stone he brought in from town to sit right on a little tower that he stacked here. There's plenty of towers.
Sylvia is clearly anxious to be there, arms crossed and clutched to her chest. She's a little hunched over. She's going to attempt to make polite small talk. Hey, everyone. Everyone's looking so grown up now. Gosh, how is everyone? I know that's a silly question. It's been some time. All right. Well,
I mean, I've been fine.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Sorry. I'm glad to hear you're doing well.
Staying busy with the rail line. Always need more forest cleared, and keeps me out of town too much. I should be stopping in more, but
yeah, y'all haven't stopped in a while. Dismal misses you.
Well, I guess you could talk to Bryson here about giving me a better schedule, and then again, I need the hours.
Look, I got you promoted to foreman for a fucking reason, bossy. Come on.
I'm not here to complain. I'm just...
Sounds like complaining to me.
Well, think about grinding and griping. Suppose that's all you do up in your nice fancy offices.
They aren't that fancy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You get splinters from all the pens you have to hold?
No, but I'll get splinters from this, and I reach and grab one of the old swords off the wall and brandish it at him.
He's been kneeling the entire time, and as a kid, he was kind of like not like heavy, but clearly just a bit like plump and still had that baby weight on him for a while. And he's just gonna stand up and be a solid head over you.
This has never scared me. Not since we were 16.
Bryson.
I was lanky then.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just grab the piece of wood and give it a twirl in my hand, just kind of catch it offhandedly. And unlike some people, I work with my hands.
Oh, now that's rude. You know what we went through. What we went through together. You know how good I am with a knife.
For the two of you, to Bryson and Boston.
Yeah.
You should see a little message pop up that say the GM is proposing an intrusion. You have no option of denying it because you have no XP.
I think you did to Bryson twice, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I sure did.
It's fine. The names are so similar. Where you give you no.
There we go. Now you should both see it.
All right. Can I give my XP to Joseph Lodmere for Wednesday?
Right?
No.
It's like, can I give mine to Cassidy King?
Let's see. Got one to Harley. I'm gonna send this one over to Massey. I think that evens out, right? Has everyone got one?
Both of you reach up, grab those little wooden swords. It is small in your hand, but there's just a very momentary prick of pain, which you might not even notice, as blood is drawn.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, what was that about splinters? Fuck you, man.
He's gonna pull it out. That's way too deep for me to be getting a splinter.
Ow.
It is bleeding freely, and it does not stop.
I've been pulling timbers out of. Damn it.
You guys need any dressing? I think I have some on me if you want me to.
Yeah, I got some in my bag.
Handkerchief or something. This ain't. He's
You
like
mind,
shaking
Sylvie?
it and wiping it
Yeah.
and waiting for it to.
I'll grab both her hands and just start kind of like rubbing an ointment on the wound and dressing them.
Sure.
Thanks, Sylvie.
Yeah, of course. And anytime.
Um, Harley and Massey, would the two of you make the first rolls of the game, please? I need you to make an intellect roll if you have any skills involving detecting magic or being perceptive or understanding a situation, anything like that.
I am
I-
trained. Oh,
Yeah, I have. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah.
sorry. I'm trained in both discerning the truth and perception.
Okay. So it would be difficulty 3 down to difficulty 2.
Okay.
And you can spend 3 points from your intellect pool if you want to lower it to difficulty 1.
Nah, I'm just gonna roll. We're gonna hope.
And then, can you stack trainings? Like I
Nope.
have understanding magic and intellect. Okay.
Either apply a skill or
So
you
how
don't.
do I lower the difficulty?
Just roll your
you
dice.
Don't, you
From
roll and
being
it tells you
trained.
what difficulty you beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll say you beat difficulty blank, and it'll
So you
roll a 19 beat difficulty, or 17 beat difficulty 5.
difficulty 2 meant you needed to roll a 6 or higher, and you did. Both of you did, by quite a bit.
My only good roll of the game.
Both of you can hear this distant voice. Probably an echo from the funeral, but because you hear Aussie. Hard to make out what he's saying, but it's probably just the remnants of the funeral in your mind. Then you hear it again, a little louder. Hello? Hey. Hey there. You
I
can't
spin
see me,
around.
can you?
Actually, I see the unseen. So, without having to spend intellect points, that is a ability I have from the sage
So for you, it would be
year
immediate.
1.
For Harley, it would probably
Then I can.
take a few moments. But he does start to appear, and it is Aussie. But an adult, grown, like all of you.
I? Oh, fuck.
We did.
We just put you in the ground, man.
You
You
can
act
see
as
me.
if spirits don't.
Yeah.
Not all spirits move on immediately.
Pressed
Well,
above
You
and
may have put them
below.
in the ground, but
But
be here.
Something on that sticker.
It's so good to see
know.
you all. I've been waiting here for so long. It feels like forever.
I see you died a week ago.
Just had your funeral today.
We were your pallbearers.
It's only been a week.
Time moves differently. Yeah. Only a week. For us.
It feels like it's
For you,
been
it might be different.
years.
Oh.
I don't.
And I just point at the ground. Oh.
Are you doing okay? Are you feeling okay?
I feel better than I have. I feel like I did when we were kids.
Oh.
Boston and Bryson, the two of your hands have stopped bleeding, and they are in fact completely healed. There is no mark.
Bossy. Boss.
Can't move on. You all know that. None of us can.
Why is that?
There's the sound of ground being stomped flat, and you look over and see the familiar face of Rabbit Rabbit. Looking exactly as he did when you saw him last all those years ago.
Mr. Rabbit, sir.
He's right. You can't move on. None of you can. Not till you pay what's due.
And that is, you never explained to us. what that was.
I tried to.
Yeah.
None of you would listen. You were all so young, innocent.
We were kids.
Well, not anymore.
What are the terms of the deal, Mr. Rabbit?
I need your help. Corporation called Langley Coal and Navigation Company. They are getting ready to construct a dam not but 50 miles north of here. If that construction begins, it's going to destroy that little town of Langley. And worse, it'll open the door for something. Something that we don't want to see. None of us.
Oh, hold on. We're talking about stopping Langley from building a dam. I mean, we want us to blow it up.
Mr. Rabbit, they break ground.
No.
Days.
I don't need. I am dealing with Langley to the best that I can, but I need help. I need the help of the river, and it's not answering.
The river.
Yes, the river. For
It's
for
alive.
ages. Long before you were even a thought. That river has protected itself from incursions, from intrusions, from danger. And now it's gone silent. No one knows why.
And that's never a good sign.
No, it's not. I fear something has happened to the Mander Witch. And that has taken the voice of the river along with it.
I'm sorry. Who?
You all need to start listening more. This world around you is trying to tell you what's going on, and you just won't listen. Yeah?
Hope, I took the background of witch as my kind of job. I think Massey is like more like a writer, like sells books that she writes as a main job, but like under the table is a witch as the sage background job. Is there like any role in Cypher to know who this witch was?
Intellect roll, yeah.
Are oh ow.
Difficulty 2. I assume that you have a skill that would apply there anyways, but yeah, you absolutely demolished that DC. Yeah, you've heard of the Mander Witch. Woman that lives up in the woods, the middle of nowhere, by herself. Said to help protect the forest, the animals, nature. Mostly just gets left alone. No one actually knows if she's still alive, or maybe she died 50 years ago. But you've heard of the Mander Witch.
Do I know where she lives, or the whereabouts in general of like where she stays in the forest up on the mountain?
I mean, generally, you know somewhere north of here, within a 80-mile radius.
Then I think that we should pay them a visit or find out where.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes to make this deal come due,
If
to
that's
pay
what
you
it
back
takes,
full.
that's what it takes to let Aussie move on.
Aussie just looks at you, and through a smiling, translucent figure, you can see that he is trying to hold back just an ocean of tears. You do this for me? You go, you check on that witch, you get that river back and happy and healthy. Your due is gone. Your debt is wiped. Off so you can move on. I am trying to be as friendly as I can here. I'm trying to be understanding of your situation, but you need to understand you have no choice here. The deal was struck. You hold up your end of the bargain, or... well, let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
We'll absolutely do it. Won't we, guys? A nice trip up north? The group back together? I don't see the problem.
Crossing Langley's gonna be a problem.
You have associates, no? Connections? You can just talk to some people, no?
Sylvia, I work there.
Exactly. So
Sounds like
So I
a
can't get
personal
caught
choice and a
doing
personal
this.
problem. Well, you don't get caught doing this, then we succeed and help our friend move on that we, decided to make the deal with before you were an adult and chose to work for Langley. And if we fail with you,
Massey,
being
I
found out,
so missed your shining wit.
I'm just saying choices were made, Bryson. And you chose to work for Langley. That's none of our business or our problem.
Let's all stop pointing fingers at each other for life choices. How about that? Let's all take a step back and worry about finding a witch up north to get a river to talk. Thought I was doing storybook stuff.
Rabbit is
All
also
right.
gone.
Oh, it just
Shit.
plumb doesn't.
Eh, well, it's just a little trek. It'll be fine.
Might as well start now. How much daylight we got?
About 7 hours.
I check my watch.
My
At this
car
point,
should
you probably
still be
have
at the funeral
about
home.
2 or 3 hours of actual daylight before the sun starts to set, but the travel is going to take a couple days. And that's...
Anybody got a car?
Yeah.
yeah, you can
Or do
absolutely
we have a
drive
car?
about halfway there before you'll be getting out and hoofing it through the trees.
Yeah, I mean, we can drive, but we can't drive through the woods, and this woman sounds rather secluded. I have a lot of supplies for traveling through the forest.
Or we could take my car.
Could take it as far as it'll get us.
Yeah.
That was my idea. Is as far as we can get, and then on foot it is.
Yeah, the road north runs for about 20 miles before it turns sharp east, and you'll be on foot from there.
Sorry. Harley, you have not said a damn word. You alright with all this?
Well, I didn't come here because I wanted to be here, and I certainly didn't come here for another adventure.
Not
But
an
it
adventure.
sounds like everybody else is in, so I guess I am too.
It's a job.
We cannot-
Harley.
It's a
So-
job. Sorry, Austin, stepping over you again.
Well, you do all have the opportunity to spend some time in Dismal, as much as you need to grab some supplies, tie up any loose ends, say goodbye to anyone. That's your chance. Are there any last-minute stops we need to make before we hit the road?
I think if anything, I have lived I would say a couple towns over, because I didn't go far when I left. I think actually I always lived a couple towns over, because I think it was established that I visited that summer. It wasn't a living situation.
Right.
But I think Sylvia and I at least have crossed paths quite frequently in the last, however, 10 years,
Yeah.
15. I don't know how many years have passed, and so I would definitely help her close up shop, make sure the apothecary is good, and ask if I could borrow, I guess lend, uh, with an IOU some of the supplies that she has, and I will surely pay her back when it's done.
Sylvia's put up a sign saying that the shop will be closed for a few days as the owner will be away, and Sylvia will like happily kind of gratuitously give you whatever it is that you need from either the shop, from her home. No IOUs necessary.
You would hear a very small voice from behind you as you're putting up the sign. Oh, well, that's too bad. I was just coming in looking for my usual, my weekly, herbs. When are
I'm
y'all
sorry.
coming
I
back?
can. A few days. If you need something real quick, I can grab it for you.
Behind you is Tabitha Crane, one of the more eclectic people in town, which an eclectic person in a small backwater town into the Dismal is basically anyone that can afford the most decent of clothing, decent dishware, has a slightly nicer house than anyone else, but she definitely acts like she's, still this prim and proper lady from down south.
What was her name again?
Tabitha Crane.
Miss Crane, I can grab you whatever you like. Just give me a couple of minutes. Do you have a specific request?
Oh, just my usual. If it's no bother for you, I could just
No,
go in and go pick 'em out real quick. It won't take me but a minute.
Sure. Go ahead. Help yourself to what you need.
And yeah, she would go in, smile on her face, and just, pick through the supply. Taking just a few moments.
All about, yeah.
Yeah. Will you? I'm
You
proposing a GM intrusion for Sylvia.
accept. Hmm.
There's a moment of her, going through the shelves where he's kind of staring in from the window as she passes and should enter like the other window, should enter you view from the other half of the store, but fully just disappears.
I'll dash in and look for her in case she went into the back room.
Nothing.
I'll start kind of frantically looking behind the counter in the back room and any closets and cupboards, trying to figure out where she went.
As you are, opening up cabinets, drawers, doors, anything that any place that a human being could possibly have slipped in the matter of moments, everything dims as if the sun suddenly just went out. It gets so dark that holding your hand in front of your face, you can see nothing.
Tabitha, Miss Crane?
There's a single flame that, a very tiny handheld flame that flickers to life, and it is casting shadows across her. She stares at you.
I'm sorry. Was there something more you needed?
You best stay here, you hear me? Don't you go north. Nothing good's waiting for you.
I'm just taking a small trip with my friends. I haven't seen them in so long. I don't think this is any of your particular business, Miss Crane. And
A gray furred creature sticks one leg out just on the edge of the light, overly elongated, like a spider limb but covered in fur. And then another one steps over Tabitha, this thing rising a good 2-3 feet above her. And it growls.
Okay. I don't mean to be particularly rude, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the shop now.
That light in a puff of air goes out. That thing takes another step towards you, but you can no longer see it.
I'm gonna frantically grab whatever herbs and potions I've collected for any sort of protection or warding spells. I will run out the shop, lock it up, and start running towards wherever I think Massey is.
I need you to make a might defense roll
Cool.
at a difficulty of 6, target number 18.
Okay, so I just click beside might.
Are you trained in might
Oops.
defense?
Nope.
Then yeah, unfortunately that is going to be a failure.
All right.
So you will take 4 points of damage
Okay.
as you feel wolf-like jaws just sink down into your shoulder, whip you back and forth, and then toss you across the room into the floor.
I'm going to try to crawl behind my counter and so I can find my pocket knife.
There's a hand that reaches out to gently grab you, and Tabitha's voice calls, are you all right? Oh, that was a nasty fall.
Like I said, Miss Crane, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
Light comes back, and Tabitha is staring at you, eyes wide, full of concern. There's a basket full of herbs that have been just tossed to the ground as she ran over to try to catch you. Sorry, I don't understand. You feeling all right?
Miss Crane, I'm so sorry. The shop is closed. I'm really going to have to ask you to leave the premises.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Just take whatever you need. It's fine. It'll be on the house today. The shop will be closed for a few days. So consider this my
Okay.
just please.
Can I get someone for? Do you need
No,
water?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Really, I have everything that I need.
Oh, okay. I don't. It, like, just kind of recoils from you now, very much sheepish, and picks up the herbs, puts them in the basket, and quickly just walks out.
Before she walks out, Hoop, what did this all look like to me?
You saw Sylvia, rush in, stop, and then collapse.
I would also, again, this is going to get so obnoxious, and I'm very sorry in advance, Hoop, to use See the Unseen, because it doesn't matter like if they're hidden by magic or not, and I really don't have to use any intellect points for this. So just anything that is normally invisible, insubstantial, or hidden via magic, I just automatically detect.
I love Elsie. Like, I see everything. You can't hide anything from me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I picked this on purpose after the very, very long talking to we got about NPCs going to try and kill us with magic. So
I mean, you were watching Sylvia rush in, like looking through the glass, and there's a moment where in that reflection of the glass, there's a massive wolf-like face that just meets your eye and then is gone.
There would have absolutely been a rush for Sylvia as well. Like with hands like almost outstretched in a motion to like make a move with something unseen, but doesn't when the flash is gone and the wolf is imagery is also faded, and would let Sylvia be assisted by Tabitha herself. But there is a concerned look on her face. Yeah. And once Tabitha is gone, there would absolutely be that, what did you see? What happened in the back room?
Something doesn't want us to go north and try to, I guess, send some sort of message. Whether, first of all, I think that bitch is crazy. Uh, uh, I don't know exactly
I
what was summoned, but something doesn't want us going north.
Sylvia, calm. Take a deep breath with me. We're gonna calm down first. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm starting to think that perhaps that either Langley and co. pissed off a lot more than just the witch in the river, or it's not Langley at all. Something just doesn't want us to stop it.
All the more reason to head north. Just be careful.
Sylvia, you felt a good, teeth 3-4 inches long sinking down into your shoulder, into the muscle, into the bone, but there's no wound.
It would appear that we're making enemies on a plane we can't quite see, so I guess we should be all on high alert.
Agreed. We should make sure the others are having their wits about them as well. They don't necessarily need to know what happened here today. I think spooking them a little too much might be more than they can handle given the results of, seeing their dead best friend already today. Especially Boston. He didn't look too happy to be seeing things again.
Right. We'll wait a little further in the journey. It's probably a long drive anyway.
I think that's best.
And the rest of you? Anything you'd like to do in your old stomping grounds?
Well, I still know folks in town, and it seems I'll be out for a few days, and I promised them I'd do a few things here and there for them. I'll get on doing that. Just a few things, running groceries, fixing a roof real quick. Small chores that he's had on his list and said he'd do next time he came around, and has been working on for this last week here.
There's a point you spend just a little time, getting these little chores done, trying to clean up what you can with the time you have before you head out. Right out of the corner of your eye, you would see this big, fluffy white creature. Kind of looks just like a shaggy dog, all matted and unkempt. But it's big. Bigger than any dog ever should be. When you try to look closer, it's gone.
I'll turn back to what I'm doing, but keep an eye out the corner and just keep looking for Stay Puft Marshmallow Dog.
Bryson and Harley, anything the two of you would like to do?
Harley is going to fortify his nerves with some alcohol.
Yeah.
Not thrilled about this.
And Bryson just tossed the keys to Boston and just like a few steps behind, just followed after.
There's a town proprietor, the general goods store, good old Elias Mercer.
Is there a place to drink, like a bar to drink at there? Everything is still. Are we? I don't remember when Prohibition era was. Are we still in Prohibition era?
1930s is still
It's peak.
Prohibition.
Okay.
Till 30.
Yeah, but you get to
I
add on
believe.
the Great Depression.
Yeah, it's
Now
also
we are depressed and also cannot drink.
It's truly
Not
tragic.
legally.
I mean,
We're in Appalachia.
of
Oh,
course
yeah.
you
We all-
can't get any alcohol because that's illegal.
We would never break the law in dismal Pennsylvania.
What was the proprietor's name?
Elias Mercer.
Elias Mercer.
What does he look like?
A
what's he look
older,
like?
very gruff individual. Very
Okay.
shaggy hair himself, long beard, long unkempt hair that's just kind of pulled out of his eyes. Very much the lumberjack type body, just built for an individual that's worked outside with his hands his entire life, and is now enjoying a quieter life, just running a general store.
So Appalachian Zaddy, got it.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, appropriate.
Yeah, you
I,
can, you
I
can,
am Cass's expression. I don't want to spend money I don't need to spend, and I have a gallon of moonshine on me because Harley came prepared.
You said,
Uh,
"Is there a drinking place in town?" And then you just so you could walk by and be like, "I don't need you."
Yep.
Who's the hottest person in here? And I flip them off on purpose. They know I'm better.
I will go, and it only feels right since I brought my own alcohol in and I'm not contributing to Elias's business to give him a little bit of money since I'm not going to be buying anything from him. So I will just hand him a couple dollars, point to I don't know, a random assortment of things and just say, I came in here and I bought all that, but I don't want to just not give you money when I brought my own things. So
Do I know you?
no, sir. Never been here before.
Came in town with me for the funeral. Alas. Nice to see you.
Right.
Yeah. Friend of Bryson's.
Of course. Bryson. Very, very barely containing the disdain for you. For Bryson.
You and I feel the same, sir.
Fuck you.
Well, you need anything? I'll be here. You all stay safe out there.
Thank you, Mr. Mercer.
Of course.
I am going to walk back to whatever room I am staying in. And I know that Bryson is following, and I do not turn around at all. But I'll leave the door open when I go in, and immediately pour myself some moonshine. But I am standing by the window, and next to me on the bedside table is a hatchet within arm's reach.
Staring at the window, the sun fading. There's this moment where you can almost see something through the trees. Massive creature. Snow white fur. It's like ram horns coming out of its head. And bright red eyes that just stare at you.
I reach for the hatchet and then turn my head as though I'm going to talk to Bryson and instead say, Agatha, do you see that too? And Bryson in the room, kind of just materializing out of the shadow of the bed, is a crow, my crow companion, who you do not recall me having before when we were kids. This is a newer addition. But I just kind of I reach for the hatchet, and Agatha, I imagine, comes up, kind of looks through the window.
Bryson will also come up and look through the window.
Peck. It's gone.
I turn to Bryson. I don't suppose your eyes are any better.
Did I see it, Hooper?
Nothing out there. Trees.
Don't see it, but I believe you.
Knew I shouldn't come back to this town.
Why did you?
Our dear old friend Aussie died. Ever imagined you'd be a sellout?
Didn't come back from the war, right? Wasn't much on my plate, bossy. Got me a job on the logging train, and then I worked my way up.
Look at you go. Well,
You
out
look
with
good.
it. Used to be a compliment coming from you.
It still is.
Look, Bryson, I'm not here because I want to be, and I'm certainly not here to try and rekindle or hash out whatever this was and kind of gestures between the two of them. I'm here because Aussie died, and a demented-looking rabbit has now sent us on a quest to go find a witch in the woods, so that I can cross over peacefully.
Yeah,
Not exactly my priority, but
mine either. But yeah. You remember Massey's fairy stories that summer where I swear she imagined us dying like 15 different ways.
hard to forget that when you're 10 years old.
Yeah. I'm here to say that I missed you, and that's it.
Bryson, you don't even know me.
Like to.
Well, don't hold your breath. And I will kind of push past and open the door. Gesture into the hallway. Pretty sure we have an early morning tomorrow, riding in that fancy car of yours, so.
Good night. Like the bird.
Yeah, she's new, but she's fun. And I will pull out a flask and pour a bit of the moonshine and hand it to Bryson as he goes.
Knock it back.
Did good moonshine. Are we talking bathtub peel paint stuff?
I was out on the West Coast and I was studying in school, and I like to imagine that studying and making moonshine are probably the only two hobbies. That,
Oh, you made it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It's homemade. Oh, never mind. No,
it's
no
homemade
questions.
moonshine.
No questions then.
Y'all, making a still is so damn easy, it's unfair.
You got that Brita
Legally,
vodka
that's a
shit.
joke.
Legally, that is a joke.
Right, Kian? You got that Brita
But
vodka shit.
the instructions are online.
Yeah.
About the what vodka shit, Elsie?
Brita filter. Brita filter vodka.
It
Well,
takes all the gross stuff out. Just pour it through the Brita filter.
Apparently it works. Apparently that works.
Apparently it does work. Yeah.
I found that out through
Legally,
someone in this game.
we didn't say any of this.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is
Legally, I've never made moonshine in my life.
Wait, sorry, it wasn't a Brita filter, it was dishwasher.
For legal purposes, where I grew up in Tennessee, no, there were not stills in the back 40.
Never
where I
heard
grew
the
up.
IRA.
Well, that night, as you all drift off to sleep or lie there staring at the ceiling, unable to do so, you'd all have the same vision. A vision of some horrid creature, much like Rabbit, but much larger, with branching antelope-like horns, all dripping with blood and viscera. You all see this creature coming closer and closer to you, until those horns begin to enter your bodies, not stabbing, but scooping. I need everyone to make a difficulty 5 intellect defense roll.
I am trained in intellect defense.
So am I.
No, you don't add difficulty. You just roll, and it'll tell you what difficulty you beat.
Sweet.
Those of you that are trained are difficulty 4, target number 12.
How do you know if you're trained in these things?
It'll
It'll be
say
under your skills. I don't.
on your sheet. It'll tell you. Otherwise, no. Basically, if you wrote it down because it was on your sheet, yes. If not, no.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
also
didn't
trained in
necessarily
intellect
write
defense,
things
but I
down.
passed either way. Well, Cass, that was the point of the fucking session 0 today.
Yeah, and then I took a nap.
I
Yeah,
have a
me too.
question.
And I still got
Yes.
my character sheet done.
How do
I'm
assets
good.
work? Does that drop difficulty? Is that all
Yes.
that is?
The three things that can drop a difficulty are being proficient in something, having an asset, and spending effort.
But you can't stack separate things.
All three of those work. All three of those stack.
Oh, okay. With this, Elsie, I'm not quite sure the specifics on the bond that you gave me, where I can use your ability. Like if I'm tapping into your ability or something, I'm just trying to see if that asset would help here.
Let me see what the exact phrasing
Austin.
is.
So who has intellect defense training? 3 of us.
You scared us, Hoop.
Well, no, I mean,
Sylvia, that's a
Alright.
fail. Boston, that's a fail.
I
So
don't
I
think
just-
it does, Kian, only
Okay.
because it says, which gives them an asset on any task they attempt to use using their ability. So you have to be using an ability already.
Got it. Okay.
Bryson, that is a fail.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Harley, that is a fail. All
Can
of
I
you
spend
that
an XP to
failed.
reroll?
Can I spend a luck point? Or I don't know. Remember how this works. With luck.
so luck points. When you push or when you use effort,
Yeah.
you can spend the luck points as a pool. So you basically get like a free effort burn once. So
I
it'll
have
be
not
3
played
points.
Cypher in so long.
But yes, you
I-
can't
is
spend an
that just a
XP to
reroll?
reroll it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Didn't
do
you
that.
like just play Cypher with Miri like 2 weeks ago?
No.
Jeez.
2 weeks was a long time.
That's
Son of a
It is a long
bitch.
time.
Still a fail.
I haven't
Harley.
played Cypher in a long time.
I'm just
I
gonna.
was like so much
let
younger
that
2
be.
weeks ago.
Bryson, did you want to spend an XP?
I think that's Alice.
Yeah.
Reroll it.
Okay. Now, why? I obviously did not type in all my skills, or if I did, they're gone now because I see some deleted things. I don't know what happened there. I'm just rolling an intellect roll, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's worse. Okay. And then, but I can add luck to it, correct?
You
Luck is you can spend an effort to lower the difficulty level.
Oh, okay, well, that's what I wanted to do.
currently it's a difficulty 5, and spending an effort would bring it down by what, 1 hoop?
It would bring it to a difficulty
Yeah.
12, so you can't physically lower it enough to succeed.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, no, it's worse. Never mind.
So I think we had 1 success, and that was
2.
Massey.
It was me and Sylvia. Sylvia,
Sylvia, you have intellect
No.
defense?
I don't.
wait, I thought it was to beat it. It's a
No, it's
beats
4
difficulty
if 4 if you had intellect defense, but 5 if you don't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You need
That
a
would be
15 or
15
higher
if you
if you
don't-
don't
yeah.
have it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Did not produce.
So to everyone else that is not Massey, you take 5 points of intellect damage.
Now, a question about armor. I gain a +1 just when I'm not wearing any armor.
Armor
but I
does
do
not
have-
stop intellect damage.
I have, don't
have
mind.
special
So I actually do
armor?
I have +2 armor for specifically for things that try to deplete my intellect pool. So
Well,
I
then
just,
you take 3 damage.
my brain too small.
The edge only diminishes the points spent for
Cost,
an intellect,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Most of you, this creature takes its time. It is taking away your vitality, your very humanity. For Massey, it's almost as if you are staring at this vision from outside of the action itself, not undergoing this horrid procedure. And you are seeing that this creature, for as vicious as it is weeping.
well, we all know that tears don't sadness or regret. Crocodile. Perhaps they are. Perhaps they.
Just like that, it's gone.
Noted.
All of you wake in the morning.
Wait, hold on.
Go
What
on.
does this creature look like?
It looks like Rabbit
Again.
Rabbit, but with giant antlers.
So a jackalope.
Like a jackalope,
Mhm.
but quite a bit bigger than a jackalope. Thanks, Other Doc. Come the morning, you will wake up feeling maybe a little more rested than you did. But you know today's the day.
Did that rest heal any of my lost might?
Intellect.
Just
No.
okay.
So yeah,
She-
so
Oh,
the
well, you
might
got
lost
hit.
from
Might.
the
Right.
previous
I took a
day.
lot of damage.
You got beat
today.
up. You got.
I
Oh,
did.
Yeah. Get the
Your-
shit kicked out of you by
Your might would have been
invisible
healed
creatures.
from the previous day, but this intellect damage would be staying.
Okay, but might is healed. Okay, that's cool.
And it was 5, you said.
Yes. Unless you have
Alright.
this special mind armor.
I'm not impressed. First time some deer elk thing is fucking trying to take a chunk out of me.
But yeah,
Some bitch.
with the early morning light, we'll load up in the businessman's car. Hopefully that doesn't leave a permanent stink on you. And we head off north.
Bryson just lets Bossy drive.
Yeah, it was noted in a DM to me that Boston got the car keys before that day, so everyone else was walking around town. So while he took the car to actually do some chores that would normally take him a lot more time to do,
Yeah.
like he got to bring out groceries to someone who didn't think he was going to have a chance to have a full day like that till the end of the month, and he was just like, hell yeah. So he'll drive around and pick everyone up at their places, or whatever he hears they're staying. Because this is a note, me doing chores. I do have a karma ability. I'll populate in chat for you. I don't know if I can put that out there. Nope, I don't know how to pull it out. But basically, doing good things can like pay off later as positive intrusions
cool.
or something. Just in general, like I can make myself better like that community because I'm neighborly.
Yeah, of course. Like I said,
That's actually really cute.
it is.
Early
Yeah.
morning.
How many people comment on the fact that it's very obviously Bryson's car?
Borrowing it. It's all good. I don't think anyone's any reason to think Boston has stolen a thing a day in his life.
Not gotten caught anyway.
Like I said, the road north stretches for about 20 miles. Gets you just under halfway there. It's a decent drive. Quiet. Or unless any of you break that silence. Uneventful. It's not till you hit that pull-off, getting ready to head the rest of the way on foot, that you see another car parked. See an individual sitting there, taking in the morning air, leaning up against his own car. Gives you a nod as you pull off and park. Nice morning.
Sure is.
We help you, sir.
No, of course not. Just out here making a little delivery down south. Saw this place, seemed right too pretty not to stop and enjoy it. Driving through the night
Yeah.
anyways, could use a stretch of the legs.
Too true, friend. Too true. Where are you headed? You know where you go and all that?
Oh, well, I'm actually headed over to Langley. Bringing in a shipment of, looks in the backseat, looks at you. clearly is trying to make sure that you're not any kind of law enforcement. A little bit of refreshments.
Avoid Route 5.
Duly noted.
And Route 7, Langley will take a text.
It is good to know, friend. I'd ask what you all are doing out here, but I get the feeling that that's none of my business.
No.
Little get together with some old friends, that's all.
Little hack.
Not asking. What people come out here to do is their own damn business. It's kept me alive this long, it'll keep me alive for a bit longer.
You
Say,
said
I
you
don't-
were.
Oh, go for it.
You said you drove through the night.
Yeah, I had to pick up a little shipment of, again, gestures towards the back seat. Refreshments.
Did you we're all kind of from the area. We try not to be out at night around here. It was a quiet evening for you?
Of course. Me and the crickets? Why? Something out here I should be wary of?
Lots of things.
I guess I should say more than the usual.
Anything of the antlered variety.
Antlered.
Yeah, deer jump out across the road.
Nothing like that, no.
And not deer.
Can say nothing like that.
So you're coming from up north. You see that dam they're building?
Did. In fact, if you travel up there, people... travel up there or out to Langley, people are pretty torn on it. Some folks say it's going to bring all kinds of business. Other folks feel like Langley's just going to get washed away.
I mean, price of progress, but still, must be impressive.
I'm not entirely
What's that
sold.
phrase? What's that phrase? Ever onward, ever forward.
He turns and just stares at you.
Not my words. Don't particularly like them.
You say so.
Well, we gotta be on our way, friend.
Yeah.
Unless you're looking to sell some of your cargo there, we should say travels.
He, not taking his eyes off of you, would open the back door, lean in, grab a bottle, and just toss it over to you.
Catch it.
You often handing out things that the Langley company thinks is theirs?
Langley? You think I work for Langley?
My apologies.
Langley Cole hasn't given a shit about the town of Langley in a long time. As soon as that mine dried up, they all but abandoned us.
That's the truth.
Now they're building this dam, and well, they don't give a shit if it wipes some little small town off the map.
Never met a mining corpo that did.
Corpo.
What's it? It's new. It's a new
Answer.
word. It's a new word. I
Official
just made up on
1930s
my-
lingo.
Yeah, there
Like,
it
I
is.
saw it.
Corpos.
Fucking corpos. I
Yes,
said
yes.
it and I was like, that ain't it. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. I literally it came out my mouth and I was like, fuck.
IPSN Coal and Coke Company.
Saw the instant regret on your face.
Harrison Armory Railroad.
Harrison Arms and Explosives. I could
There you
absolutely be a
go.
company. Anyway,
Damn, now I want to do 1920s Lancer. Fuck.
I just
Fine.
recognize.
okay.
That'd be so
Shit,
cool.
Saint of Lancer.
I can. Okay, bring us back in, but like I absolutely have something we could. Anyway,
Okay, all
I
right.
just
table
Yeah.
it for
Cool
table
idea.
it for break. Table it for break.
recognize
Mhm.
that there are some folks out here who could use a little bit of a helping hand.
Appreciate it.
You're assuming I mean you, and we'll shut the door and climb in the front seat.
fuck you, Bryson.
Look, I did
I don't
not
know.
make this character to be liked. I don't know what
You just
everybody.
shit in the entire state's cornflakes.
Yep.
Popped a
What
squat over a
happened?
Kellogg factory. Anyway,
Wait,
Uh,
what?
That's a phrase that came out of your fucking mouth. I need you
Popped
to know
a
that.
squat over a Kellogg factory?
yeah, I usually shit in your cornflakes, but I expounded it.
Oh,
Expanded.
That's
Anyway,
expounded.
You what?
expounded.
I expounded upon the point.
Raiders,
expanding
thank
the
you
concept.
for coming in on
Anyway.
trying to explain his joke.
I'm
Thank you
after
so
I
much for
finish
the raid.
dissecting this frog, I'll go to our own trunk and popping it out and getting our stuff ready to go.
All right. With the sun now rightly high in the sky, you load up.
So we all have selected equipment before this. Do we have to be realistic about what we can carry with us right now? Or are you just gonna let us have it all?
I mean, as long as it's not
specifically cho-
outside the realm of possibility. Like, you're not carrying your car with you on your back.
No, but
no, like a tent. Like you could have bought a tent, and I did not because I didn't think that you
I
would
didn't
make
either.
it.
I didn't
I
bring
didn't
time.
either.
Like
I bought a
I didn't purchase that.
Oh, good. Everybody's bunking with Bossy.
Thank God.
Wrong, because the tent only houses 2 people, as is stated in the
You-
fucking book.
You know, we will invent
To be
Tetris
fair,
early.
I think Massey is smaller because all I do is play characters that are under 5'3".
Oh,
For no
really?
reason,
Wonder
because
why.
I'm 6 foot. What are you talking about? So that's like half person in there. So like maybe
I'm sorry.
I
Did you just say people under 5'3" are half people?
Point
I'm
being,
under 6 foot. I don't know.
would it be possible to have bought some gear ahead
Yeah.
of time,
Yeah.
given that how much does tent cost? It's not lodging journal. It's an inexpensive thing, right?
I had an extra, so I will pitch in and get the tent.
Yeah.
I had
You
To be
had the
fair, wait,
opportunity
actually,
to buy
I
some
would
stuff.
imagine-
It's a moderate expense, but it's
I
$5.
didn't buy-
So.
I didn't buy my second expensive item, and I don't remember how many moderate items one expensive item is. So I could have technically bought another. I could technically have a tent and still.
Yeah.
Can I have my entire gallon of moonshine?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
To be fair, if you were traveling into town just for the funeral, you'd probably have it packed away anyway.
Probably.
So I got a lot of other shit, but like I like to keep the moonshine on me. Please and
I
thank
keep
you.
that thing on me.
Elsie, you said you could get an expensive item that's something between $20 and $50. So technically, you could have brought multiple tents.
But why would I have multiple tents?
Would make no damn sense.
I'm gonna save it in case Hoop says that you need something and we don't have it. I'll be like, oh yeah, I got that when I was in.
Okay.
And I will absolutely say no.
You can't do that, Hoop. You can't
Oh,
make
yeah.
rules.
Yeah, he can.
I got a boat.
No.
I got a
you
boat
can't
that we
say-
just haven't seen this entire time.
Okay, well, I already
I'm
purchased
on
some
a
of my
fucking boat.
expensive items, so I couldn't get a boat, Kian. It's expensive on its own.
Well,
Hoop
loading up
legally can't say no to me.
your various gear,
Mm-hmm.
we head off into the woods. The further you travel, the more that you are getting back those memories of being kids, of exploring these woods with reckless abandon, not given one damn iota of fear to what may be waiting for you around any corner. But now, as adults, that's all you can see. Every shadow looks just a little more malicious than it should. Every creak sounds just a little more dangerous than you remember. And then you are hit by the far-off sound of a scream. It's feel maybe 80, 90 feet off ahead of you. Whoever they are, they scream loud and long. It's a scream of pain and of terror. What would you all like to do?
Massey's booking it.
Run towards it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pointedly
Bryson's-
not.
I'm
Bryson
trailing,
is
but I'm running.
hanging back with Harley.
Despite every bargain, deal, whatever that Massey has made over the last 15 years of their life, running towards a scream, despite how much it is like tugging at their like chest to not do that, is still going head over heels, ass over tea kettle, running with Boston towards the zone. And
Harley.
Sylvia, did you run? I'm sorry. I know that
Sylvia is
Bryson and-
running. Sylvia's trying to be a healer. She's trying to
Okay.
keep the most positive, good intentions and assume that everything is good and innocent. And we'll assume that this is the person that just needs help and healing.
Okay. So the three of us running and y'all two
I
being scared bitches.
pull out my hatchet and I nudge Bryson and say, I'll take the right, you take the left. And I'm going to start kind of circling.
No, and he pulls a dagger and it's like, absolutely not. We are not going anywhere alone in these woods.
I push the shit out of him.
I will still follow you. It's not going to stop me.
God. At least keep an eye out, okay? You and I both know
course I'm
something's screaming in the
keeping an eye-
woods.
Well, the three of you that ran forward would burst through some low brush and see the source of the screaming. A large canine-esque mouth, still open, still bellowing this very human scream before it finally stops and shuts, drool slipping out of the side of its face. It almost looks like a dog. A dog larger than a bear, with pure white fur, horns coming out of its head, and a long tail behind it. Its face is soaked in blood. Its claws are soaked in blood. And it stares at you for just a moment before leaping forward.
Hey, Hoop, real quick. What color is its mouth?
Crimson.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Does it like interesting description? Does it like is it like an amalgamation of a bit of what all of us saw individually back in Dismal?
You could say something like that, yeah.
Like what are the horns? Are they the rounded ones or the antelope?
Like rounded
the
ram
jackalope?
horns.
Okay, so the ram horns, the big dog, the wolf mouth. So yes. Does it the wolf parts look similar to what I saw that was attacking Sylvia?
The face does.
That doesn't narrow it down.
The three of you are
Mhm.
immediately going to be joining combat with the white thing. The two of you will have a round of trying to catch up. But
Oh, are we trying to catch up?
I do need everyone to roll their initiative.
Remind me what that is again.
You're making a speed check. If you are trained or proficient in initiative, then we'll basically just add 3 to it. That is a natural
I am-
20 from Boston.
This is
A
not a-
natural 20.
Sorry, was that Thomas the fucking
That
tank?
was-
No,
No.
it's Storm and the tank engine, actually, legally distinct, but I never rolled 20, so I made it the silliest effect I could find. And I've rolled a lot of 20s in this series. And rather the ones with this page.
What was the difficulty?
No difficulty, I just need to know what your total is.
Since this isn't a social situation, I am trained in initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sylvia, you
18.
rolled technically a 9.
Okay.
Massey with an 18. What else we got here? Harley
got a
with a
16.
16.
Bryson got a 14.
Oh, well, I have an actual initiative tracker that I should have just... You know what? It's fine. I already have it written down. Sylvia with a 9. All right. Top of initiative, Boston.
Yeah, Boston's gonna step in front of everybody and meet that white thing head on, and
There is a guard action where you basically, all of your defense rolls are eased by 1 step, and you have a chance of intercepting it if it tries to attack anyone else.
oh, I'll do that. I'll just be ready to get in front of it and catch it, and you know.
Got it. Well, it is its turn. It does have a bite. Yeah, you know what? Bite is going to go towards Massey, which means that I need you to make an eased speed roll. So it would normally be difficulty 6, target number 18, but it's eased down to target number 15.
Why are you going after me when someone is in front of me? First of all,
I wonder why. And you beat
Um,
it. It has no choice but to target you.
what?
To target Boston.
Oh,
Then Boston, I need you to make a might defense roll at target number 18.
My defense roll. Okay. I just want to make sure I got everything. Can roll here. Cool. Yep. Might roll coming in. Oh my god.
Balance in all things.
I'm gonna spend my XP to re-roll that.
Okay.
There we go.
That's exactly what you need. Those teeth try to bear down, but you just are leaning back, snaps in front of your face. It does have 2 more attacks, however. Both of its claws. I need you to make 2 more might defense rolls.
All right, here goes. Oh, that sat on 18. I know it's predetermined, but damn, it was close. All right, 5 and a 12.
Both of those claws rake down into you, and you feel it ripping through you, but there is no wound. It does 10 points total of intellect damage. Reduced down to 6 because of your armor.
I'm still up. Still got 1 intellect on me.
Its claws are soaked in your blood, but you have no wound.
Yeah, I'm just imagining as this thing's coming up and clawing, I'm trying to like push into it. It's getting at my back. Can't
Oh,
get
that's
a
its
cool
turn done.
Action Man rip shirt out of this. Worst
Massey,
boss fight
over to
ever.
you.
Okay, I actually do want to apply this weapon oil to my hunting knife and attack.
Absolutely. Yeah. Charge
Okay.
forward.
And then, okay.
So you can make either a might roll or a speed roll.
Don't ignore that. All right, I'm gonna make a speed roll. Then at 20.
I have bad news.
Okay, what's the bad news?
You have an inability with light weapons because you're a sage.
Yeah, I already applied that to thing. The skill.
You need to roll a 21 on a d20.
What?
It goes up in difficulty because you have an inability with weapons. It was a target number 18. Your inability makes it a target number 21.
Wouldn't that be to actually land the hit and not to go for the hit?
It's the same thing.
So like,
There's only one roll
Then-
when you attack.
then why would I make a speed roll versus the roll with the actual weapon itself?
That is the roll with one. The weapon has no roll other than your might roll or your speed roll, which is your choice.
Why does it have that in the attacks?
Because that's how all weapons work.
But a light weapon has eased by 1, so wouldn't it cancel out?
You are correct. I'm sorry. A light weapon automatically comes eased, which means that you needed an 18, which means that a 20 does hit.
And a
I
major
thought-
effect still.
Yes, absolutely.
So you can do
This rules lawyering brought to you by.
This
You
is
do maybe
every
some-
time that we jump on any game,
maybe do some more damage.
and
I just like to see you be wrong, so I make
I
sure I know
fully
what
admit that I'm wrong. Also, friends, thank you for whoever. Raph, thank you for coming in. Love you, buddy.
So that's 8 points of damage.
Including from the natural 20,
Yeah,
What?
that's
Wait, what?
because it's
I actually
no,
don't know
no.
that roll.
it's a major effect.
Oh, I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
in combat, the easiest and most straightforward major effect you can do is doing 4 more damage.
So, that's not plus it, then no. So what was it? 2 plus 6, that's 8, plus 4 is 12. 12 damage.
12. Down to 9 because of armor. Just stab up into this thing, that oil soaking into its body, causing unseen damage from the inside. And it again opens its mouth
It's
and
cold damage.
screams a very human scream.
Oh.
That brings us down to Harley, who, hearing this scream again, would you like to pick up the pace at all?
I guess. Yeah. Hearing that there's obviously some combat going on, I would like to continue to move forward, and I would like to pull out my acidity bag, one of my ciphers. It's a flannel bag, and it's got some stuff inside, and I'm going to, as my action, put it around my neck. I gain +1 armor. All foes within immediate range take 1 point of damage per round for as long as they stay in range.
Love it. And then over to Bryson.
How far away are we from this thing?
Your movement will basically get you like up to the far edge of the fight.
And I see it taking a chunk out of Bossy.
It is ripping into your hired hand's back.
Ace, what? No, not my hired hand.
Yes.
Um,
Hold on, Cass. I have a question for you, Hoop.
Mhm.
Am I allowed to hand off the knife to Boston since he is there getting his ass handed to him, or is that another turn that I have to wait for? Like, can I stab it, withdraw, and hand to Boston? Or...
It would have to be another turn.
I'm fine.
Oh, I just want to get rid of the knife because I'm never going to roll above an 18 again, so...
You say that.
This
but
thing
you
good
rolled-
for another
you rolled an
hour.
18 and then a 20.
all right, we're good.
Yeah, all you.
I'm gonna shake the bones. I'm gonna spend an intellect point, tell this big ass dog to fucking drop it. My words are so powerful they cause the bones of a creature to shudder and shake, inflicting 2 points of might damage and 2 points of intellect damage. Your target must be able to hear and understand you, or at least understand the gist of what you're saying. That is my action.
What is the level of the cipher?
Oh, it's an ability.
It's an ability. It's not
Oh.
a cipher.
Then
So you gotta roll
I
for
can-
it.
intellect roll, please. Target number 18.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Unfortunately, your words fall on deaf ears.
God damn it.
It also could be that this thing was just stabbed, and its focus is maybe not quite on you.
Yeah. Cool.
And then last but not least, over to Sylvia.
So Boston doesn't look physically wounded because there's no physical wounds manifesting.
Pain is
But
on the inside.
can I still tell that Boston is getting injured or taking any sort of damage from this creature? Like this creature is like the claws are going into him, right?
It is currently dripping wet with Boston's blood.
Okay. I'm going to just reach into my bag, rub some herbs between my palms, press my palms down on Boston's arm, and cast Perfect Remedies. That'll restore 1d6 points to any stat pool that's needed.
It is needed.
I need you to make an intellect roll, target number 18.
That's okay.
It has
Do you
no
need-
effect on Boston's healing. You will heal that no matter what.
Okay.
Achoo. Why is the GM intrusion set so high?
Why is the GM intrusion on a 4? That's
It's,
rude.
It should not be. It should be on a 1.
Yeah.
This thing, Boston, how much are you healing?
Just
Just d6, yeah. I'm sorry.
give it a good old roll.
1.
Oh. Well,
This thing also heals 1.
great. Love that.
Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Boston, top of the round. You feel some of your internal wounds mending. Some of your blood is being replaced, but this thing is still bearing down on you.
Right. So
Danny, you gain an XP from chat.
I wanna start wrestling this thing.
Yeah. Wrestle it.
So I'll just make a medium weapons. So I'm trained in medium weapons, which are what my unarmed attacks count as.
Yeah.
Big boy. So I just roll that.
Yep. A speed or
Alright.
might, target number 18.
Ugh. No. 6.
Also, before you roll, you can spend effort, which is spending 3 points from the associated pool, and it makes the check 1 difficulty level easier.
I could have done that, and it still
But it would not have mattered
done
in
well.
this
I have to
case.
roll an 18, even with train.
No, trained would make it a 15, and then spending effort would make it a 12.
Well, I rolled a 6.
So
So
you rolled a 6.
that's about as good as I'm gonna get. I'll save all the resources, but good note for next time.
Just taking a swing after swing at this thing again and again, trying to bring it down, but it is ferocious in its attack.
At this point, I imagine I'm just trying to wrangle this thing and like get a hold of it, but I can't get control of the grapple.
Well, it is its turn, and it does not appreciate being stabbed. Its bite is absolutely going towards Massey. And Boston, you are not defending anymore. So Massey, I need you to make a might defense roll, target number 18. Spend some XP to re-roll it.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Target roll of what?
18.
Oh, fuck no.
Well, you take 7 points of intellect damage.
How do you regain
Carefully.
points in the
are
system, like in a...
4 ways
Rest.
to heal.
Rest.
Yeah.
The
Just like
Oh,
small
wait.
bursts of rest.
You've brought me down to the average number of intellect.
Oh, okay, good.
Wow.
Well, its claws are going to Boston, so Boston need 2 might defense rolls, target number 18.
Well, it's not intellect defense by any means, because I know it's hitting my intellect pool.
Nope, it is still might defense. It just
All
does
right.
intellect damage.
All right. Well, can't believe I'm not training my defense. But anyway, oh, it was on 18
It
for
hit
a
the 18.
second. Oh,
Again!
Jesus. That
Both
feels
rolls
targeted.
hit the 18 and then just flop to a 5.
I
It's
just
okay. I'll blame
really
you,
feel like
Foundry.
this solidify. No, it's not Boundary Turk. It's the mod that Hoop has installed.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah,
just
of
really
course.
solidifies the proof that Hoop has a mod installed that will not allow us to roll well.
Again, you take 6 points of intellect damage instead of the 10 that you would take without armor.
Well, that's still going to bring me to 0 real quick with the intellect pool. So
Is there any
I'd be marked.
spillover?
Oh yeah.
Any spillover, you get to choose what pool you want to put it in.
So it's 8 total.
6 total.
6 total. Okay, yeah. All right, that's easy. I'll pop that into. Can I like split it up too?
No, once it has to go into one pool.
Gotcha. All right, I'll pop that into my speed. And I have to mark impaired. Yeah.
You are now impaired.
Just kidding. I have just a scratch. I ignore the impaired condition.
Hey, look at that. This thing ripping into you again and again, claws raking down your back, but again, no wounds to speak of. But your blood is drenching the ground under you. It's done. Maxie, you got bit. What you
I
got?
didn't get bit, but I am going to pass my knife over to Boston.
Here, hold this. Stabs in the chest.
Here. What? No,
Yeah, it's
I
where
don't
people
want
hold
to
knives.
harm my friend. That's a threat and kind of unhinged that you would say something like that. How sensitive is this creature to light?
Apparently not at all.
Shit. Then I did have a plan for this. I want to use my rope to try and, with the angle I am at, tie the rope around his hind 2 legs. I kind of envisioned that I stabbed it towards the center.
Sure.
So like if it's here, I'm like here. So hind 2 legs I want to wrap around with the rope that I have.
Yep. I'll give you a speed roll. Target number 18. It doesn't help that its legs are each the size of a tree trunk. You probably hook around one, trying to get the other, and a back claw just, lashes out at you, and you have to back up before getting, cut in half by these massive claws.
I'm starting to think that maybe this is not how we're supposed to be.
It is really, really hurt. You did a ton of damage to it.
Yeah, but it also did collectively a lot of damage to us, so. But I'll take it.
Over to, I think Hartley's next.
What range are my friends in compared to this thing?
They are all right up next to it. I think it's
Damn.
called close range in this.
Immediate
range.
Damn it, y'all, give it some fucking space.
We just had close range with Fallout.
Yeah.
Shit. Trying to think of what I have on me. How close am I? I'm on far.
With your movement, you could get at whatever range you want.
I don't want to be close. I'm afraid of it. Ah, fuck. But yeah, I do because of that thing I just equipped. I'm gonna get close and get my hatchet. And I'm just gonna start hacking away at its back legs.
What level's the cipher?
The cipher is level 7.
Oh, then it will be affected by it.
So it takes 1 point of damage per round. It just says per round. I don't know if you want to do that on its turn or my
its turn, yeah.
But okay. So as long as it stays in range, it takes 1 point of damage. But yeah, I will swing at it with my hatchet. I had way cooler shit planned. Y'all are too fucking close.
Target number 18, speed or might, and you can spend 3 points from whatever pool you choose and lower the difficulty by 1.
Sure. I will drop it from speed.
Is this a light weapon?
Medium.
Okay. So it's down to target number
that
15.
I am practiced in. Son of a bitch.
6 will not do it.
What is 6655361?
Like we're
Here, let me
Like-
turn that mod off. That's...
What is happening?
I really think you should let us roll our own dice.
See, look, 15. It's fine.
I think that we should
That's
be able to roll our
your
own dice.
dice.
I asked. I want that known.
They're pretty
God
dice.
damn it!
No,
Look, 18, 15,
shit,
15.
now
Use the
now I
good
just
rolls now, guys.
because he turned the
God.
mod off. He
Can I
turned the mod
re-roll
off.
since you turned the mod off?
I didn't turn
Yeah,
anything
reroll.
off. There is
Try
no
it.
mod.
No, shut
think
up.
my nose
Shut the
into
fuck
the-
up. Kian, roll again. Just let's test it. He turned the mod off.
There's
Just
no
roll.
mod.
Turk, are you okay?
I'm
Hooper! Hooper!
What the fuck?
I will be benevolent because you all did have many bad rolls in a row.
Thank you. Jeebus Christie.
That is...
This is undeniable fucking proof. You heard, everybody
Yeah.
watching. This is fucking proof.
2,
He said he turned the mod off, and then this happened.
down to 4 points of damage.
That's
It is
fine.
still standing, but it is horrifically hurt. It is as close to death as it can be. Yeah. Fun story. When it hits a certain HP threshold, it does get to make a bite attack for free. And Harley, you inflicted it, so it's going to try to bite you.
Hooper. What do I
I
have to
need
roll?
a might defense roll, target number 18,
I'm not trained in
which you
anything
can still
there.
you can spend points to lower these.
It doesn't matter. Back to shitty rolls.
You take 7 points of intellect damage. Do you have any armor?
No.
Okay, well,
Wait, yeah, I do. I have 1 point of armor because of my S-affinity bag.
normally, armor does nothing against intellect damage, but in this specific case, it does help to mitigate it.
Oh.
So you only take 6 instead of 7.
Why?
I could have been applying my physical armor to those. Because I have 1 armor just anytime I'm not wearing armor. Because
Well,
I'm
we,
cool.
we took the higher of your 2 armors.
It's +2 to any
Oh,
intellect damage.
2 additional. It's not 2 armors. It's 2
Yeah.
additional. Okay, then yeah.
It's specifically +2 armor against damage that selectively targets your
Yeah,
intellect.
add
pool.
4
So,
health back then.
All right, I'll just
I
throw it
misunderstood.
back
I
in my-
thought you had
No,
specifically
you're good,
armor
you're good, you're
2
good.
against intellect.
It's totally on me for not asking and clarifying.
So you are not impaired.
I wasn't impaired anyway, but I still am impaired with +4. It would still, that was the damage that was left over, so I'm still hitting 0.
Gotcha. You're
There's nothing
still
left
at
over, though.
0. Gotcha.
Yeah. But again, doesn't matter. I don't care.
But yeah, that's it for your attack done. Sylvia, last but not least.
No, it's my turn.
Sylvia, we're just gonna skip Bryson. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Cooper. I'm gonna try and shake the bones again.
You gonna spend some points to lower the DC?
Yeah. How am I supposed to do that? It's on, like, I don't have any, like, I
You
don't
just
have
let me
anything in
know
place.
that you want to spend the 3 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any edge in intellect?
Nope.
So,
That
we'll
was
make you
so
spend the
fail.
points because technically we saw the roll. Because you know you need
Yeah.
an 18 and a 15 you still aren't beating.
Okay. Yeah, I clicked the button before I realized what we were doing.
It's fine. We're all
Uh,
learning this system. It's all good.
Yeah, so that still fails.
It still fails. This thing is tough. You can spend
Alright,
some
can I
XP to
still
reroll.
run up to it? I can spend what to reroll?
XP?
I don't have any more.
Well, I'll fix that.
because I had one and I used it to try not to get the migraine that I have.
I'll give you some more XP very soon, I promise.
Oh, really? Okay, can I still run up to it with my
Absolutely,
dagger
you
drawn?
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
I'm not
surrounding this thing.
Well, I'm more trying to get in between it and Boston, as dumb as that is for me, but I'm doing it.
Boston
fine.
is full
I'm-
on
I'm-
Greco wrestling this thing.
It's a man fighting
then
a
I'll get-
bear.
Never
Cover
mind. I'll
Man
get
magazine.
between it and Sylvie.
Okay. Oh yeah. What you got? This thing
Does
is
Boston still seem like the one who is primarily being injured? I know this thing's on the edge of death. I built this character to do nothing cool.
it has bit both Massey and Harley.
Okay. Assuming Massey would probably be closest to me, I will.
This thing does mimic whatever healing you do.
No, please don't heal me yet. You can heal me after. I literally am good. I'm so good right now. It's fine.
Then
I have
all
10 intellect points left.
I will attempt with my little tiny pocket knife to just stab it.
Yeah, it would go from 18 to 21 back down to 18 because it's a light weapon.
Yeah.
You want to spend some effort to drop it to a 15?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Alternatively, before you roll,
Mhm.
you could simply get yourself into a position and spend your action to assist someone else making an attack so their attack is lowered by 1 degree.
I would prefer to do that.
Were
And
you
since I
assisting?
assume I'm already adjacent to Boston because I healed him on my first turn, so I will just continue to assist.
Right. So Boston, your next attack against this thing will be 15 instead of 18.
Cool.
And Boston, you're up.
Cool. Perfect timing because I am attacking with something I'm trained in as well.
So Brops drops it to a 12, and 18 down to 15, 15 down to 12, and you can spend 3 points from your might to drop it to a 9.
I think I really need to, yeah. So I'll make the 13 might and give it a roll.
And there's your 18.
There it is. Well, that's pretty neat. Now I recall. Okay, that's just 18's damage bonus.
I think 19 and 20 are the damage bonuses. That could be wrong.
19's a minor effect. 18's a damage bonus. I'm looking at the special rules section of the rules, which I will.
We
post
don't
real
look
quick
at
into
rules.
Into our chat. I've been checking this out because I rolled a 20 once, but I'll post there. So
You just
1 is a GM intrusion. 17, if it's a damage dealing attack, deals 1 additional.
That's
18 deals 2. 19 is a minor; it can deal 3, or a minor effect. And the 20 can do 4 or a major effect. In this case, dealing 2 extra damage plus the 6, and it's a light weapon, right? So that's going to be 10 overall.
Oh god, you were down to difficulty 6 to hit it. Or sorry, your target number 6 to hit it. From
Honestly,
18
but
down
again,
to 6.
the way I've been rolling, like, I needed it. So I could have rolled another 5. But yeah,
I'm really glad I handed this off then. Holy shit.
I'm a protector. I got shit for magic, so
Fuck it up, bestie.
How much total damage are we looking at?
10.
10
damage.
points of
With
damage.
a light weapon, plus 2 from an 18, plus 6 from the weapon oil.
How would you like to finish this thing?
All right. So this thing's snapping and hollering, and he's basically had its head pushed up into whatever resembles this thing's chest. And he's going to take that knife and just start stabbing deeper and deeper, kind of pushing that gore until he can just. Does this thing even have like a proper bone structure?
Kind
Does
of.
it feel like a big dog skeleton kind of thing in here? Because he's going to
Kind
aim
of.
low and just basically with enough hits, just kind of burst into its guts, covering if this thing has blood in it. Unclear. He's going up to the elbow with a knife and just basically tearing his way out as he's pulling it, and kind of like its weight comes onto him, and he's gonna toss it off him like a tree.
It hits the ground with a splat, And there is too much blood seeping out of it. More blood than it should have, than 10 victims should have. And the forest goes quiet.
Now, when you say the forest goes quiet, does it go real quiet?
Very quiet.
Like no cicadas, no birds.
Mm.
Nothing.
Well, there's a big
Bad
predator
sign.
around.
Bad
Not
sign.
anymore.
I mean,
yeah, but they don't know that yet.
we are.
Yeah, they do.
Was it loud before? I thought it was like generally getting
Yeah,
quieter
was
as you're getting
there like
colder.
nature noise?
Yeah.
Well, normally, like, once a commotion stops, the sounds in the forest start again.
The
so, like, when
adrenaline
the commotion
starts to fade.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still dead quiet. All right, yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's fucked. I was like, hey, just a big thing. Just
Yeah.
it was bad before and it'll fade. But yeah, no, that's bad.
I think Bryson will run over and take a look at it and make sure there's nothing inside it.
What
Give
the
me
fuck?
an intellect roll, please.
Because those have been going so well for me.
Well, it's not your fault. All of your skills are under 10.
No, they're not under 10.
Well, that is a
But you're just
2.
stupid.
Yeah, I didn't.
You-
Yeah.
Anyone want to spend some XP to reroll this? Because anyone can spend XP for anybody.
I will spend 1 XP for Bryson, and I will also spend my second XP. Actually, the hour's not up. Once the hour is up, I will renew my weapon oil. So I can use that to recharge it. But I will spend. Why did Cass leave?
Rolled a 9.
Cass, can I resend it? Because Cass sucks.
Absolutely not.
All right, thanks, Cass. I'll remember this.
Hey,
shot me
blame
and then
fucking
you did this.
Hooper, not me.
Hey, Hoop, fuck you. There you go, Mary. I said it. So I'm actually So one XP right now.
Can I spend an XP and also assist
A
Bryson?
9 is all you need.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So-
I just wanted to
Cass
hear.
fucking refreshed the thing.
I just wanted to hear you
yeah,
complaining.
of course I did.
Um,
Are you kidding me? I've changed my dice and I've refreshed. Are you kidding me?
you are finding some remains of what would be probably its last victims. Pair of hands. Just the hands. Still clasped. As if they
Like
were.
hands from 2 different people?
It is definitely hands from 2 different people.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull those out.
On each
We need to
hand
bury these.
is a golden wedding band.
We need to bury these.
Those of you with any sort of detect magic ability would be these rings would be screaming at you.
The rings on their fingers. I know this is a little grotesque and morbid, but there is magic to them. If you want to take a closer look.
Crack them, pull them off.
I was about to say, yeah, can we just take all of... I would say take all of the bands. You know what? Backtrack it. Massey would say, I'm not going to talk this out as LC. Massey would say, we need to bury them and bless them. All of them.
This thing
We aren't
included?
taking them with me. We are not taking them with us. They need to be buried, blessed, and laid to rest.
That's what I said. We need to bury him.
If you did say that, Cass, I did not catch it.
I did.
My bad. Then,
We
I did not catch it twice.
Are we taking the rings or leaving them?
I'll
Or burying
take the,
them.
I'll take the rings long enough for us to get a look at them.
There is an inscription on the inside that is almost completely unreadable, but you do just see the year 1915 inscribed in both of them.
Wait, how many hands?
2.
Oh, why do
How
I
many
think there are
hands?
more?
How many
No.
teeth? How
Oh,
many
God
eyes?
damn it.
Kian and I immediately.
Well, you said
I-
all of them, and I was like, it's just the 2 hands,
It's just
right?
the
Did I
2.
miss
I-
something?
I heard like 10. So
And they have rings on every hand.
Said, hands holding each other. You're having a problem with the number 2 tonight, sweetie.
I have 2 eyes, 2 hands. How many hands? Wait, there's another level to this joke now.
So, rings. Burying or keeping?
Yeah. Well, the magic folks need to take a look at them first.
We're keeping those.
No.
Magic folks are gonna take a look at them first.
We are burying these rings together.
Sylvie is gonna take a look at them first.
Is Massey openly protesting this?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just walking to Sylvie with them and saying, "Will you take a look at them?"
I suppose I can just take a glance before we bury them. Is that so? If that's okay with everyone, glancing over like nervously at Massey.
Taking a look is fine, but they don't come with us.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna take a look at them.
When you put
Unless we find something.
this ring
Exactly.
on your finger,
I was
No.
I wasn't putting anything on.
No.
No, sorry.
No.
It's
Sorry,
describing.
I'm
the-
describing the effect of the ring.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you just
We're
put it
like,
on.
No.
We were all like, we did not do
Absolutely
that.
not.
I'm actually sending you a message, Danny.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I like messages.
While you get that message, Danny, I want you to know that the most death, like, laced, seeped glare was given to Bryson when it was like, that's what I said. There was a fucking, you better shut your mouth before I murder you without words. Look,
He
you Bryson.
really doesn't give a shit.
I hope you die first.
Ooh,
I'm going to. Are you kidding?
That's what the rings do.
that's all they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hooper, no. When you say it in that tone.
Yeah, we know the case.
I-
I would understand this then.
Yes, you.
Yeah, and to be clear, Bryson is still standing there with you while you look at him.
Look, I'm not taking any sides here, and if we want to bury them, that's fine. These rings do help with communication. I mean, we are sure to get lost in these woods at some point. So if one person was to wear them and another person was to wear them, they could communicate with each other. So that might be handy. But they can just take that in consideration. And if y'all want to bury them, that's totally fine with me. But that's what they do.
Sylvie, you made a joke.
I did.
Handy. And I'm gonna take the rings back.
Oh, wait, hold up. No, hold up. If you want to convince Massey that they are worth taking, hold on before you take them back. She will gently, not aggressively or snatch them, but offer her hand to see the rings as well, so Sheik herself can understand this.
Yeah, here.
Okay. Hoop, can I have the same message? You don't have to send it to me, but just like the same information you described to Danny. Just like in general. TV unseen, otherwise I don't care. Either way, if I am allowed to have this information, then I will give them to Bryson without issue. I am not unreasonable. It just seemed like they were a pair of lovers' rings that should not have been tarnished anymore by taking.
Yeah, I just sent you the same description.
That's a lie. No. Anyways.
No,
I
all
give them back.
it lets whoever has the rings on lets those two people communicate up to 70 miles.
Wow. Yeah. Bryson, they are yours.
I'm gonna take a look at him. Glance at Bossy. You two to run into danger a lot. And jump out of trees and into quarry lakes that you don't know how deep they are. And then I have to take you to the hospital. So you're putting one on.
I mean, do I have to wear it on my hand? They
You-
look a little small.
Put it on.
Whatever finger
It's a
fits,
pinky ring.
Boston.
Yeah, I think it can go wherever.
Just having it on me, it might be easier for all of us if I'm gonna lose that thing. It's like it gets it to like the first. Just, I mean, it'd be good if I was sewing something, but I'll just get this on me somewhere.
I assume
Do we have
I
to be
like,
physically wearing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like on a
But like
finger?
as a finger, or
You
like can it be a
place
necklace?
one ring on your finger, and you
Yeah,
place the ring
okay.
on someone else's finger.
Boston out here inventing the fucking multi-ring finger aesthetic look.
Just
Just
I don't
Then
know.
Bryson already has one on one of his fingers then, and we'll turn around and hold it out.
Someone should take one. It just makes sense.
I'm not running into danger, but I'm also most likely to get snatched out here, so come on.
I can take it.
Perfect.
So that way, if
There you
anyone
go.
needs help, okay.
Good on you, Sylvie.
It's pretty.
With that, we bury what's left of the remains, and move on. And I think that's a great place for us to take a quick break. Sorry, forgot I had a script for this. All right, folks. Gather round and listen close. We need a moment to catch our breath. You've been riding with us through that tangled undergrowth of the Appalachian wilderness, facing down the mysteries, whatever they may be. But even the bravest among us need a moment of rest, a moment to gather our wits and steel our resolve for what lies ahead. So grab yourself a mug of something warm, stoke that fire just a little bit brighter, and prepare to rejoin us as we continue our journey through the darkness. Don't wander too far. The night is long and the shadows grow deep. We'll be right back.
Posterity.
Welcome back, family. I hope you've all had a chance to stretch your legs and refill your cups. The fire burns bright once more. The night air is thick with anticipation. Our journey through these haunted hills resumes as we press on towards the unknown. So gather round once more. The darkness awaits, and the tales of the old gods beckon us ever deeper. Welcome back, everyone. Where we left off, we had just killed a creature known as the White Thing. A creature that does not leave any marks upon its victims, but still drains them dry of their blood. We found a pair of rings. When worn, it lets its two wearers communicate telepathically up to 70 miles. And we press on. Soon you can hear the sound of a raging river. You find that the woods stretch right up to the tiptoe against the water. And sitting there, along the river's widest edge, is a small house. A long dock stretches out onto the river itself almost like a tongue. But here, the river is its most violent. It is roiling, almost protective in a way. I changed the music. What would you all like to do?
And Massey. Got
Hmm?
the thing you do.
I don't do anything. I just see.
Your mic cut out completely.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, what? Is that better?
You weren't the only thing eating.
What?
Your mic ate your entire line.
All right. Okay, Dirk. All right.
Don't worry, you're also serving.
Thank
Oh,
you.
There
Thank
it
you.
is.
There it is.
Actually, really
I
quick,
will
if I could-
repeat. What?
if I could jump it really fast for a
100%.
technical thing. Hoop, would it be possible for how long it's been between then and now to have potentially healed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do we need to
and
do to
how
heal
much?
intellect?
Yeah.
So you
It's
have
the same as
4
anything.
different
just-
ways you can heal. The first one
Mhm.
takes an action. It heals 1d6 plus 1. Second one takes 10 minutes. It also heals 1d6 plus 1. Then it's an hour. Then it's 10 hours.
So, did we have a full hour to kind of quietly and calmly
Yeah.
make our way through the forest?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
is this more perfect?
But-
I'm gonna mark.
Do we
Is it
have to
still
go
quiet?
in order of?
No. You just only have the 4 options, and you can't do the same one twice, I believe.
I thought we had to go
I'm
in
just
order.
double checking.
I don't know. I'd love to keep an action heal around.
I would too.
Right?
Each points actions. Skill special rules.
Healing. Nope. You know, that's what Google's for. Alright, give us just one moment.
I feel like there should be a rule of like, if the GM can't find proof otherwise within 1 minute, then we get to choose the option that's favorable to us. The way that you get to leave if the professor didn't show up.
Yeah.
The first
15
time that you
minute
rest-
15 minutes, baby.
The first time you rest, it has to be the action. The next time you rest,
Gotcha.
it
You
is
worked your
10
way up.
minutes.
You're right, Keen.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. It's good.
You should have shut your goddamn mouth.
I know, but that's how it is in the other Monty Cook games.
Yeah.
So,
So
what
it's
is
just
it?
1d6 plus 1?
So if you
1d6
go
plus
to the
1.
combat tab, where it says one
Oh.
action, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 10 hours, on the right hand side there's a little dice symbol. If you click that, it'll mark it and roll your 1d6 plus 1.
And you can
Mine's-
divide these up, correct?
Yes, into whatever pools you
Oh
want.
shit, I fucked up.
Oh, good.
Leave that.
I'm gonna take the 4. I'm
Is
gonna be real.
anyone not fully healed?
I need
Way
2
far from-
more intellect points, but yeah, I get to somebody else before me.
I'm
down
down
5
2 might. I'm
intellect.
down 2 might and 7 intellect.
Okay, so for Harley, I'm going to use Perfect Remedy. So Harley, you can roll a d6 and add that to whatever pool you want. For Boston, I'm going to use Firm Touch, which again is a d6, and you can add that to whatever you want. I just can't do that for y'all for another 10 hours.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I imagine.
What? Oh, no. We're just technical question. Is the communication with the rings telepathic?
Telepathic, yep.
I imagine that while Sylvia is healing up Harley, Harley quite loudly so that Bryson can hear just says, "Oh, that's a really lovely ring that Bryson gave you."
Thank you. It's really pretty. I think I haven't really tested it out yet. It's yeah.
And a
It's kind of
matching
weird, too.
set too. That's so kind of him. He's such a good
Yeah.
gift giver.
You know they're not actually engaged, right?
I know. Oh, I know. I'm aware. Thanks, Boston.
Bryson's
Just
just facing the cottage at this point. It's just like watching.
Just had to pour a little salt in the wound is all.
We have enough wounds going around already.
Fair enough. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Don't do that. We need to know your thoughts. Unless you have one of them rings on, there's no way of doing that.
Well, Bryson didn't give me the ring, so
Well, that's something to talk to Bryson about, ain't it? Instead of bothering Sylvia here while she's doing us nicely.
You're right. I'm sorry, Sylvia. Thank you.
No,
I
no, it's
appreciate
fine.
it.
It's fine. You guys can talk away. It just needs a little simple touch and some herbs. That's all.
Massey, are you looking with your special eyes at the river?
I am looking with my special 2 eyes. There are 2 eyes. How many are there? 2. I'm looking with my special eyes.
It is violently roiling at the point where all of you have reached, and stepping closer, it gets more violent. It doesn't want you here.
The cottage?
The river.
Oh, I was looking at everything.
The cottage is just a cottage.
Now, why would the river not want? Is the real question.
Does Massey say that out loud?
Yes.
Because there's nothing in this forest that wants us here.
I'm starting to think our good friend of the fluffy variety may have not told us all of the truth. I wouldn't have.
Told us all the truth about, like, what, the river?
I would like to go to the river and not put my hand in it, but above it to try and read more of the intentions, actions, emotions, ideas, whatever I can from it.
I need you to make a target number 9 speed defense roll.
Bryson's just gonna, like, have a hand out ready to grab her away from the bank of the river if necessary.
I have trained in speed defense.
So target number 6,
so it will
speed
ease it
defense.
by... Yes.
And you can spend 3 points if you wanted to lower it further, but you didn't need to. It absolutely reaches up, tries to grab onto you, and tries to pull you in. But fails. It is furious.
But does it give any inclination, idea of to why? Like, can I read anything of intention?
You feel pain and sorrow and loss and loneliness. It's trying to protect the witch's home.
Can I convey messages back to it that we are here to help?
You can certainly try.
I would love to try.
Before you do that, I'm gonna give you a little friendly advice. You know your friend's strengths and weaknesses and how to motivate them to succeed. When you give an ally a suggestion involving their next action, the character is trained in that action for 1 round.
Okay. What would you say to the river?
We are here to help, not hurt the witch. We want to know who has wronged her and why.
Okay. It would be difficulty 4, target number 12. But you become trained. It becomes target number 9. Do you have the inability at positive social situations?
I do not. And I also have using magic if that is what I am doing as a trained ability, if that eases it.
I would consider your magic to be an asset in this situation. So
I don't know what that means.
It would drop it from a 3 down to a 2, so target number 6. And you can spend 3 points from your intellect. If you want to further drop it down to target number 3.
Oh, shit. I accidentally rolled speed, but
it's fine.
intellect.
Either way, you beat the target number 6. The river kind of recoils for a moment. And then that roiling just mass of water, almost as if you were sitting at the base of the waterfall, it's been so loud, finally does calm. And it recedes off the shoreline enough that You could leap across. If you trust that it's not about to go back on its, offer and just sweep you away.
I've never been wronged by the forest before, and I trust that its intentions are good as water is clean and healing. I trust
Are you
it.
telling anybody what you're about to do?
I mean, I
'Cause
feel like
Bryson's still standing there with a hand out in case this thing tries to snatch you.
I don't need to. I really feel like the stark contrast of the roiling water to an entirely calm entity is enough of a visual to convey that some conversation was had and some agreement was upon to ensure that it is not about to harm us.
Yeah, Bryson's paranoid. Massey, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm not going to answer him if that's the case. If he's going to be paranoid, he can be paranoid. If he doesn't want to trust the river, then he cannot trust the river. But I'm going across.
Massey, you got that look in your eye that says you're gonna do something, and you'll have a conversation with things we can't hear. Please. Okay, Bossy, you're up.
The
What was
witch's
that?
cottage is across the river.
Yeah.
Then I'm already
Leaping across.
standing in. I'm not leaping across. I am standing in the water as a visually representation of that it is not going to.
It is gently lapping at your feet.
All you had to do was say something.
Sometimes words don't mean or need to be said. Some things are left
see, sometimes those of us who can't hear the river are concerned for your well-being.
Bryson, do you have two eyes on you?
Yeah, and
Can
a
you
few more
see?
hands than I was expecting. What?
Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you tell the difference between a raging river and a calm stream?
Massey, can you see the concern on my face for you?
I don't need your
I
concern,
didn't know
and I never have.
that.
I do not need your concern, Bryson, and I never have.
Let's call
Bryson,
it over.
Bryson, you'll hear in your head, maybe all this tension isn't necessarily good for an already tense river.
There was calling my name. Everything all right over
Yeah.
here? We going across the river here?
Yeah, without communicating to anybody else first. It's fine. It's totally alright.
Well, appreciate y'all waiting for the rest of us. Is it
Massey
safe to
waits for
fall?
no one.
I'm waiting right here, Bryson, in this stream, showing you it is
I
fine to
think-
cross.
As Boston has pointed out, the point is, look at us. We can cross the river now.
Wonderful.
Thanks, Massey.
I kind of hoped that Bryson was
No
going to get
problem at
pushed
all.
in.
Yeah, Bryson's not sure he can cross the river.
Yeah,
Would
but
you like to
Bryson took
try
his
and
nap.
cross the river?
I will step up to the bank and see what happens.
I'm gonna walk up to Massey and put my arm in hers.
I'm already taking a step in the river.
Yeah, you're all fine.
Same.
Yeah.
Even me?
Yeah, you're fine. There's a point
I
where
did
you can
not-
swear. There's a little wave that pops up with a middle finger, but then it just disappears.
Fuck you, Bryson.
Despite Bryson's antagonistic qualms with Massey not saying what she's doing, she did not ever convey any negative feelings to the river that he was not a friend.
Yeah, you're all fine.
But he doesn't know that.
Well, he needs to learn to not run his mouth, and that's what she's trying to tell him.
That's all he does. It's what he's paid for.
Well, crossing the river, you'd get a good look at this hut, this small house. And you see that the door isn't just busted off. It's as if something far too wide and too tall for the doorway just walked through it. Full on just ripping away at the edges and top of the door. The interior of the house shows signs of a struggle. Shelves and bottles are smashed. There's what looks like whip marks across some of the furnishings. Tables are overturned and so on and so forth. Anyone that wants, I would be happy to give you an intellect roll to take a look around.
I'm trained in perception, if that helps.
Absolutely. So it would
I'm
be
also
I-
target number 9. If you're trained, it's target number 6.
I don't need to roll.
Whoops.
There's a natural 20. And another natural 20.
shit.
What?
What?
Here
Here
comes the
comes
train. Ever onward, ever forward.
God fucking. I once again, whether
So
it's
you can
magic, if it's
see invisible things, but it's not like
If it
every
is-
object in the scene just pops out and is like, hey, hello.
when looking for things more conventionally hidden, the
Mhm.
task is easy.
It's eased, which means it's 1 degree
I-
easier for you.
I also have trained in it.
So it would be
that's
target
twice.
number 3 for you.
Okay, I am
Still
rolling
gotta
my
roll.
intellect now. That's a 12.
Yeah, it was almost a 3.
2 natural 20s. Not a single one of you misses a handful of objects scattered around the room. One being a charm on a red thread, one being a card with a moth inscribed on it, and one being a wooden-handled brush.
I want the card.
Damn it!
I'm gonna inspect the charm on the red thread.
These are ciphers.
And I will look at the brush.
The charm is the charm of reversal. Its form is a charm crafted on a carved stick from the sunny side of an oak strung along red thread. You wear this charm around your neck. The next time you're attacked, the charm protects you from damage and attempts to inflict the damage instead back to your attacker.
Ooh.
That's good.
The conjure
That's good.
card,
It's an Uno reverse card.
it is. The conjure card is a moth. It is a single card from the conjure deck, portraying a giant Cecropia moth. I don't know if I
That's it?
pronounced that correctly.
That's
Spell it?
Oh, what's the spelling? Yeah.
Cecropia. Cecropia.
Let's see.
But to use it, you bend the card with
it's
the
a
mouth.
silk moth.
You bend the card with the mouth facing out, and then fly it to touch yourself and up to 5 creatures in immediate range. All of you gain +3 armor against magical damage for an hour.
Oh shit.
Damn.
That's
Damn.
good shit.
You
That's
basically
good shit.
fold it into an airplane and then throw it, and it just protects you all.
Fuck yeah.
In the chicken
Pretty
feather
bold.
brush, a handmade chicken feather brush with turned maple handle. The brush brush the feathers across an object such as a building, a cipher, or a weapon while asking for permission to know it. You learn 2 important and useful things about the object.
Damn, these are cool.
Can you put these
Hey.
in the chat because none of us will write them down?
I mean, I wrote part of
I
it
wrote-
down.
Yeah, same.
We will
Hey,
probably
that-
need to populate it, or at least
There you go.
screenshot the image. I mean, we can just.
Yeah.
Thanks, Soup.
Thank you.
Hey, who?
Mhm.
Bryson didn't go in. Are there tracks leading anywhere?
Yeah. I mean, in fact, if you search around the outside, you would see that there is a trail that leads from the back of the house off into the woods.
He'll just call out, "Got tracks."
Maybe we shouldn't be separating.
I'm not going anywhere.
Isn't that the point of the ring, Bryson? So you can go inspect?
I'm inspecting. I found tracks.
Perceptive as
Uh,
always.
If we are all going to follow said tracks, as I pass Bryson, I would like to take his hand, palm up, like take his wrist, palm up, and place the brush, the cipher that I just found, in his, and say, since you're so concerned about knowing things, Bryson, you might want to take this. It is yours, Cass.
How'd you turn a gift into throwing shade?
because that's what
This
Massey's
is how
good at.
Elsie and I express love. Like, what are you talking
That's
about?
also true. That's also true. But also, it was just too good not to pass up, and I really enjoy that. And I have 3 spots for ciphers. So, do you have a cipher that you've used? Do you have space?
I don't have space.
Fuck. Okay.
I very specifically have not used my ciphers yet.
You used your oil though.
I did, but I'm gonna replenish it with one of my XP. Actually, I need to do that while we were resting. So I have no XP. So I still have that. So I have 2 of 3. I'll hold on to it, but just know that Cass, once you use it, it is yours. Unless you have a cipher you want to trade me.
Okay. Anything else while we're here in the witch's hut?
Are these the only things that stand out to us?
Yeah, it's not that big of a hut.
Hi, Elsie.
Is there any human hair and or rings that look like they could be an engagement ring given from someone's mother?
In the hut? No.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome, Danny.
I don't
Thank
want
you.
to know why you asked that, do I?
It's another Akatar joke.
Yeah, I
really-
figured when
I'm
Danny
really
started
leaning into
laughing.
it. There's a witch, there's a weaver, there's
A werewolf.
yeah. They're dead though.
Oh,
Oh, spoilers. Anyway,
I mean, first 10 pages.
No,
First the first page.
fine. All right, if we're heading out, I'm gonna make sure that everyone gets out and
Hope, what time of day is it? I know we started in the morning, but like, how is it about noon?
Probably about.
Is there anything magic related in the hut from the struggle that I would have picked up on?
No.
Just like any direction other than the tracks that Bryson found.
Not really.
Any clue of who could have done this?
Nothing.
Might I make a suggestion? We go an hour after these tracks. We don't find anything. We come back here for the night.
sounds
Yeah,
I
reasonable.
don't personally. I don't want to sleep in the woods tonight.
No,
I have to agree with Bryson, and the river as a friend would act as a beautiful natural
It's also
alarm.
too damn quiet.
Fair point. So, well,
One hour.
I'll look at my watch and keep track of time.
Okay.
After,
As
oh, cool. I was. No, I don't
Um,
know.
as we walk, Turk, talk. Are you gonna talk? I'm
I
sorry,
don't have
Turk.
anything. No, I said I didn't have anything.
Okay. As we walk, Harley is going to come up next to Sylvia and hold out the card. Seems like this is helpful with looking out for people, and you're already pretty good at that, so you'll probably find a good time to use it.
this is so kind. Here, I'm gonna take off the charm of reversal. Here, you can have this.
If you feel like you can use it,
I can definitely use this card, but I feel like the charm of reversal. I mean, anyone can use this. It'd be handy for anyone. It'll help keep you safe out here.
I certainly will not say no.
Okay. Then we press on, following the riverbank north. After a while, it turns off into the woods, towards the high mountains. After a while, turning away from that river, you can hear that roiling again, as if it has returned to its protective nature. It looks like something very wide and very large. Perhaps the same thing that went through the witch's door has walked through here, snapping branches and leaving very large, very human, heavy booted footprints. The woods are abuzz with flying insects, and you pass by these odd patches of thick, tawny brown mushrooms. They seem to be everywhere.
I have so many things for this. I have living off the land. I can tell when things are edible or poisonous. I'm just gonna like start inspecting these mushrooms. This is my thing. I can finally do something.
These are deadly webcap mushrooms. They have a thick yellow stem and are very poisonous, even to the touch. They inflict 3 points of damage if touched with bare skin, and inflict 3 points of damage and just knock you down the damage track if they are ingested. So they can just straight up kill
I hold
you.
my arms out, and I very excitedly relay all of this information to everyone else.
Guys,
Do
I'm
not
useful.
touch them. And yeah, I just like kind of ramble on for a little bit, explaining what they do.
And this is by touch, Sylvia, or
Yes, by touch or ingestion. Just don't touch them. Just stay clear of them as best as you can.
I'm gonna grab like a spare bit of cloth or something, and just like without actually putting my hands on anything, cut a bit, wrap it up in the cloth. Could be useful if we gotta poison somebody later.
Here,
Exactly.
maybe
Pretty
put them in
clever.
here. Maybe put them in here, and I'm gonna pop the lid off my thermos and dump it out of the whiskey that was in there. And
I have pouches for herbs and tonics and such, so I can probably spare a few pouches to.
I feel like while we're reverse funneling, like not effectively at all trying to pour this into the flask, Sylvia just walks up with a pouch. We're like,
no,
oh,
it's a fucking Stanley thermos. Like
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Stanley.
The pouch specifically designed to keep them, fresh and,
If you need them hot or cold for like 24 hours.
We
But
can-
are they now condensed in something steel that I can bust over someone's head?
technically, yeah.
equally as effective as poisoning sometimes.
Yeah.
One could argue.
And I could fill it with water and have them drink out of it. I'm just a little mushroom infusion, I'm saying.
Well, now, very carefully watching our step. About 20 minutes of walking later, the trail would lead to an adit of what looks like an old abandoned mine. The adit is fairly large and wide enough for at least 3 people to walk abreast. Staring inside, you would see that it is absolutely pitch black. And the only sound you're hearing is a very faint whistle.
I'm gonna stop walking.
Literally
Where does
everything about me that grew up in the woods is like,
Where does it sound like the whistle is coming from?
In the mine shaft.
Oh, hell no. Same
uh,
cast. I'm like,
Bryson's gonna throw a hand out and be like, I think we rest, and then we go in daylight, full daylight.
Do we think daylight outside is gonna make a difference down in the mine?
Ain't no sun on the
Might-
ground, Bryson.
But it might make a difference on what we find coming back out.
What happens if I whistle back?
Would you like to?
Else.
Yes.
Please don't.
You
You're
said
smart enough to
please,
know
Kian,
better.
and that's real nice of you, but we're at a safe distance, and I'd like to whistle back.
The
I don't know of
whistling-
a single culture that recommends whistling back when you hear whistling. Like
You're so right, but at what point have you known me, Kian, when I have ever wanted to make a safe decision? I want to whistle back.
I whistle at birds all the time.
the whistling
Exactly.
stops.
Maybe it's. Can
It's
I
so
roll
much
anything
worse.
to know if that is a warning or a threat or a?
I wouldn't even make you roll to know that that is a very bad thing.
Okay. Then we have our answer as to what's down there. Nothing good.
Poop, I am
Yeah, I
trained in
think we knew that
perception.
already.
Can I is there anything coming toward us from the mine? Can I hear anything? Do I see anything moving in the shadows?
Probably have to step a little closer. Because at the moment,
No,
it is
no.
just sunlight and then darkness, like a wall.
I have a flashlight. So first I'm
I
gonna
do
pull that out and shine it, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if like the light actually goes through.
It does.
Same.
Okay. I'm gonna span it around and see if I can see anything moving or hear anything moving toward us. Thanks, Chuck.
Once that is done, let me know.
No roll required. You shine that light. There's a moment where you can see a face. And at the edge of as far as like that light can travel. And it looks like they're walking towards you. And then running towards you. And then sprinting.
I'm gonna drop my flashlight and I'm gonna get out my hatchet, and as Kian would, I'm gonna hold it like a baseball bat, and as soon as they're in range, I'm swinging both hands.
Yeah, Bryson also had a flashlight out, and it's just like dagger out. Like,
We can all see this, right?
Well, one figure identical to that of your ghostly
No.
friend comes just tumbling out of the mine shaft, and another immediately behind. The sunlight seemingly drawing whatever strength they used to get up here. For not having lungs, they definitely look like they're out of breath. You need to turn around. We have to tell him if someone steps foot in the mines, you have to turn around.
Boss, what's down there?
You don't want to know. Please.
We need
Don't
to know.
move.
We've hurt someone up here.
Don't want to know or don't want to find it. Two different things.
The other one, like, they look at each other.
Just point of clarity, they both look like Aussie.
No, they are ghosts, like Aussie.
Okay, but they are not Aussie.
Oh.
No.
Oh, is that
Okay,
not-
yeah,
Okay.
that
Sorry,
was
my
confusing.
description was very
Hey,
confusing.
don't worry. I understood.
Hey, Hooper, are they wearing matching wedding rings?
No, they look like miners.
Okay. Oh, okay, just check.
Children, oh my god. No.
A child.
No. It's gonna make that joke at some point. But yeah, Fran, and I'm dumb. A little bit, just the right amount of dumb to like offer them my little water flask. Like, take a second, pull yourself together, and you gotta let us know.
Bossy. They're dead.
From both of their ankles, you can hear a chain rattle and then pull tight as they both yanked a good 2 feet back towards the mine.
Well, I'm reaching for him. I can't
Yeah,
do anything,
same.
but I'll reach to
Yeah.
try and grab him.
We don't know who he is, but you don't want to see him.
When did he arrive? How long have you been dead?
Dead?
Oh, baby.
Um.
You're dead in the door now.
I don't. What?
Is there a witch down there?
Dead?
Oh no.
It's not my fault.
Look what you did. You gave a perfectly good ghost anxiety.
Can I like touch these ghosts and try to imbibe the same calm that I did with the river?
Sure.
I'm gonna assume intellect roll, yes.
Intellect, target number 6.
Target number 5. Using magic.
So target number 3, because it drops it by 1 difficulty.
That's a 15.
15. You beat it by a lot. They are calmed, if just for a moment, as that chain starts to rattle and gets ready to pull them again. There is a witch. He's keeping her. He won't let her go.
Where is he keeping her?
Down at the bottom. You can't set foot in there. If you set foot in there, we have to tell him. We have to let him know that you're here.
Is there another way in?
I don't know. The chain pulls again, and they get dragged another 4 or 5 feet back towards the mine entrance.
Is there a way to stomp on the chain? Is it a physical chain or a
ghostly chain.
I want to stomp on the chain.
Your foot passes through.
Even if I use magic?
Using magic on the chains and using your foot are two different things.
I'm using my foot with magic. The magic is in my foot, Hope.
It's in all those little toeses.
Yeah, my little toesies.
I'll give you an intellect roll, but if you fail this, it is going to hurt.
Bet.
Okay.
Bet. Come at me. What's the level?
Difficulty 7, so target number 21. You drop it
Reduced
down to
by?
18. You could spend 3 points from your intellect pool to drop it to a 15.
You have nearby presence for under
I
your
also
sage player
have-
intrusions.
Are you trained in this?
I don't have
already?
any XP left. But what can I also stack speed defense for mental shock? And reduce by 2?
Defense wouldn't lower the difficulty of attack of the. Action.
Would making yourself trained in this help at all?
I am trained.
Trained
'cause
is
I'm
already
using-
Oh, you are?
applied
Okay.
because of the magic.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Let's
But
do
if-
it. Let's.
If Sylvia saw this and wanted to help, someone else helping you
I-
counts as an asset, which would lower
Yeah,
the
I can do.
damage.
I will absolutely do that.
I can use magic. I don't understand it, but I can use it.
Just tell me
So
with
you're
everybody's
21
assistance.
down to 18 because you're trained, down to 15 because you're being assisted. And then you can spend 3 points from your pool to drop it to a 12.
Yeah, because we're gonna go back and rest after an hour anyway, so I'll spend the
Maybe.
points.
We hope.
Oh, I'm spending the points down to 11.
Okay, so target number 12. That is a 5.
That's a Fucking rude
I
ass.
will give one of my XP to
Reroll?
to Massey.
Reroll it.
That's worse. Turn off the mod, Hoop. Turn off the mod right now.
Hey, Massey proposing intrusion.
Hold up. Turn off the mod.
Also, Bryson, you get an XP.
Oh.
From chat.
Cool. Oh, thanks, guys. I
Anyway.
need that.
What is your intrusion? I can't deny it. I will give. How do I give away?
When you select yes, it'll pop up who else to give the XP to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can pick whoever you
Because I
want.
can't deny it. I can give it to Caldwell.
Yes.
I can do that.
Cycle your Caldwell.
Cycle your Caldwells. Who am I? You can go ahead with your intrusion. I'm thinking of who to give it to.
That chain is going to split and wrap around your ankle.
Okay.
When it goes tight and pulls again, you are drug a good 2 feet towards the entrance.
There's like a jerk and like a stumble trying to like dig her other heel that is not captured into the ground, like leaving that, gutter of a heel. And there's a look of shock on their face, but it's not of surprise. It's just like, fuck.
I'm grabbing at that chain and trying to rip it off her.
I'm not grabbing
Yeah.
the chain. I'm grabbing at Massey.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, I'm grabbing Massey
the
as
arms,
well.
the arms were outstretched, Cass. Do not grab that chain.
No, I'm
Yeah,
grabbing Massey.
I'm-
They already committed. Let me.
The strength.
He
at
knows
which
he's
her
not
hand-
strong enough to pull, and Boston is. He does know how, he can use magic. He doesn't understand it, but he can use it, and I don't.
Well,
He's
so
panicking. Let him panic.
2 things.
Okay, you can panic.
One, Harley and Boston, the two of you that were not actively trying to assist in this, would see all 3 of them now being pulled to the mouth of the mine, even as you're rushing to help. And there's just the shadow of this figure looming over the three of your companions, of this man. He is covered in layer upon layer upon layer of pelts and furs and skins. Well over 100 layers, just making him this bulky mass of animal, hopefully all animal skin. And yes,
That was my question. Is it all animal skin? Is
it does
human
seem
skin?
to be all animal.
Okay, just curious.
This
Thank
is like one of those other situations where you start a sentence and then you follow it up with another sentence that did not have to be added. This is one of those situations.
Hey, who? Chuck is here. You can't be mean to me anymore.
In one hand, he is hefting this cat o' nine tails, a multi-headed whip-like weapon. And the only exposed flesh that you can see is the bottom half of the face, which is this wide, monstrously toothy grin. Bryson, need an intellect roll, please. Target number 21. You are trained in using magic, correct? So it's down to a target number 18. You can spend 3 points of your intelligence roll to drop it to a 15 if you'd like.
When does my luck come back?
Great question.
Because it did not. I don't think it told me.
You are
or if
lucky.
it did, hold on.
Luck pool. You gain an additional pool called luck that you begin with 3 points.
Yeah. Okay, it refreshed when I refreshed my intellect.
There you
Okay,
go.
we're good. Okay, so I need to. So I'm at 18. I'm gonna use my luck to drop it to 15.
15, yep.
Okay, this can only go well.
There's a 19. You even have a minor effect. You were just
That's
reaching
right.
down. It is searing the palms of your hands as you were trying to free that chain. Massey, if you would like to make another attempt, we can spend that minor effect to give you a second chance to get free.
Oh man.
Yeah, sure.
Intellect 21, down to 18, down to 15 because you're being assisted. And you could
What
spend...
happens if I fail?
You're going for a ride.
All right, here we go. Yeehaw, buckle in, keep your hands, arms, feet, and children inside the ride at all times.
Good night. Good night.
Do you
baby
have-
child.
That's a
Do
3.
you have XP left?
I
No.
have one to go. You
And
gave
even
me
if-
one. I'm
wait.
popping it back to you.
All right,
Elsie, re-roll it.
Well, wait. Oh, okay, because you could, yeah.
that's a fail again. I cannot spend anything to reduce it anymore. It would not matter. I'm going for a ride. Yeehaw. This is what you get for high-fiving people on the People Mover. This is my karma.
It's true.
It's true though.
next
It's so
time,
true.
read nearby presents.
Great
For the
idea to
XP.
high five them, and then they grab your hand back and you're fucked.
But yeah, I really...
Boston.
I've never had that happen to me.
You are
That's
grabbing
very
onto
scary.
Massey,
Yeah.
and she's pulled again another 5 or so feet toward the mine entrance. Are you hanging on?
Of course. I ain't letting her go that easy.
And I'm not letting go of that fucking chain.
Both of you are being drug.
I would like to summon Agatha and send her. I couldn't remember if her name was Agatha or Augusta. I wrote August in my notes, so like it's kind of we're shuffling around. But I'm gonna settle on Agatha. I'm going to send her to claw at that man's like where his eyes would be.
It was
Shadow
basically
Man
just
situation.
a momentary shadow vision.
So
It faded.
she is from Shadow. So I'm gonna do it anyway and hope that she connects with something.
I mean, you would know, being from Shadow, that basically it just clears out the vision. But it also means that likely he can't see you at the moment. That little sentry that he had that popped and was watching you has been nullified. for the moment.
Okay.
Does
in
the
that-
pull lessen from
No.
that?
There's another tug on the chain. Your two ghost guards, even though they don't particularly want to be guards, are pulled back into the shadow, and they both scream as they're ripped back deeper into the mines. Massey, you are pulled within an inch of the shadow of the mouth of the mine.
Would being
Hold
a
on.
bear help with the situation?
Wait,
at all?
time out. Before you decide to be a bear, I do
What a
want to know the
sentence.
end. I do want to know the end of Kian's thought because my question was just a very simple one. I didn't want to detract from your train of thought, Kian. I'm sorry.
Well, I am now torn.
To bear or not to bear?
Massey
That
might
is
be
the
horned.
question.
Like, Massey.
What
might
did you
be
just
torn.
say about me?
I mean,
You might be torn.
one of
Oh,
the
that's
thoughts
not-
was, can we just cut off Massey's leg? Like,
That's not what I heard. I heard horn.
I said
then-
horn originally, but it's because I spoke bad.
I mean, spoke true. So
I am going to turn to the group and say, he already knows we're here and he's not watching right now. If Massey's not getting out, are we all going in?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm going to send Agatha in and see what she can see and see what happens and hope for the best. Hoop, don't kill my
I-
crow. You have taken so much from me already.
that's true. I, at the same time, would like to send some piece of it is actually one of the things that I got from Sylvia's shop, which is just a vial. I would like to cast Foxfire on it, which will illuminate it and send it rolling, not thrown because it is glass, just rolling along with, or actually no, toss it up for Agatha to catch in her beak,
Hell yeah.
That's good.
and then
Mhm.
allow
Yep,
her
yep.
to fly with the light into the cave. So that's one intellect point for me.
That's good.
And-
We like that.
Tossing it into the air, Massey, you are finally yanked hard. It feels like your leg might pop out of its joint if your companions don't stop pulling on you.
You can reduce an anterior dislocation of the hip joint. You cannot reduce friends from being dead. So let them pull.
Okay. Boston,
See,
I
it's
need you to
okay.
make a might roll, please. Target number 18, unless you have any skill that would apply.
Other than the fact that I am canonically very strong.
Not
If we
so.
are helping,
You are helping
Uh,
it reduce down to 15 because of the
Yeah.
asset.
Yeah, 'cause
Hold on. Chuck just knocked my mouse off. Hold on.
I thought that's what cats are good at.
No, but I have a thing. Would this be a might roll?
Yes.
I'm gonna inspire aggression in Boston. My words twist the mind of a character within short range who is able to understand you, unlocking their more primitive instincts. As a result, they gain an asset on their might-based attack rolls. Will that help?
That would not help.
Never mind then.
Can I
I'm
make
not
an
gonna do that.
argument that logging is a lot of back work?
Can I make an
Absolutely.
argument
I am
it's bear
skilled in
time?
logging.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So drop you to a 12. Sylvia, if you'd like to be a bear,
I'm gonna be a bear.
It's
Then
bear time.
you can
Yeah.
also
I'm
make
really strong now.
you can also make a might
Bryson's
roll.
having a big day.
Baldur's Gate has prepared us for this.
I know, right?
Yeah, right?
We're all gonna fuck the bear.
Boston, that is it. Target number 12.
All right, I'll give it a shot. Good, honest try. I rolled natural one.
I still have
I
an
don't-
XP. I still have an
I
XP.
have that. Yeah, I can give it or you can give
Yeah,
it.
because I don't want that intrusion.
Yeah, I'll give it a reroll.
Mhm.
I don't actually have any XP now. I think about it. Yeah. Wow.
Buddy.
Okay.
It's hard.
Okay, at least it's not an intrusion.
Stop turning the mod back on. Please.
Sylvia, would you like to make
Yes.
a roll as a bear? Because if you
Uh-huh.
fail this, Massey is getting yanked out of your hands and being dragged into the darkness.
Okay. What do I roll here?
Might?
You just roll. Yeah.
Might.
Mhm.
Can I Can I spend my last XP for nearby presence to help a nearby spirit ease this or give me strength?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I can't find anything. No.
Well,
Is
good news. I'm gonna offer you some XP.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I have to take it.
You can refuse it by spending your XP.
I don't have an XP left. I spent it on the spirit that didn't help me.
That chain wraps up around your bear paw. You and Massey are yanked off into the dark and drug across rocks.
Wait, it dragged a whole ass bear?
It's a ghost chain.
Hold on. It's dragging everybody in.
Oh.
Those of you that are holding are either going to be letting go, or you are drug across the rocks right along with them.
Let me go, y'all. No, for real. Let me go so y'all can, like, figure out a plan. There's no good in this cave.
It'll eat you first.
You don't know that, and I don't think Hoop would do that to me. So, I think you guys should stay and recoup.
I think what Hoop's about to do is end the session right here.
I think you guys should recoup and let me go. If you love me, let me go, as the song says. The famous 1930s song.
What
by,
we could
One
do
Direction or whoever.
as a way to keep all our characters' intentions as they are, say that the grip of those of us failing these roles has loosened and Massey will be drug off, despite our best efforts and intentions.
And you guys
I
can
didn't
recoup.
fail my role.
But you can recoup points lost, and that is more important than coming into the cave with.
Thank you.
I leave it up to you whether or not you want to be drug along the ground.
I made my bed, let me lay in it. I chose my actions. You guys don't need to suffer for it. In fact, I'd rather you come for me to rescue me with a full fucking set of HP stuff. So jot that down.
I need a yes
Hey,
or
Tur.
no.
Hi, what's up?
You remember that connection thing we had?
The gay one?
Sure.
The most important one.
Yeah.
The one where you failed me once?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're about to do it again. I'm not letting go.
The three of you are drug across the rocky mine floor, jagged remnants of railroad tracks underneath. As you are slammed into walls, slammed into the ground, that chain whipping you back and forth as it continues to drag. I need all of you to make a might defense roll, target number 21. If you don't have any way to ease this, you don't even have to
I
roll
have
it.
2 assets. So I gain 2 assets on tasks while I'm a bear, I guess. So does that?
So we'll drop it to an 18, and you can spend
What defense?
might. No.
Okay, hold on.
What is happening with these rolls? What is happening?
You turned the mod back on.
No mod.
You're a
Hold on,
liar.
my
Turn.
character
Okay,
sheet
say
is
you turned it off. Say
I
you turned it off.
turned it off.
I'm spending.
What's
I spent the points to drop it. I don't think it's gonna.
No, did not.
So
what was the level?
Yeah.
I
What was
have
the
a
level?
charm of strength.
Delilah.
Hi, sweetie. Hi. She's so cute. Why is she getting so big?
She's so big.
That's
She
what
gotta
babies
stop
do.
that.
She's
I
like,
don't like it. She's so
I
big.
know. I don't like it. What the fuck? Kids grow, Cass.
No,
Do you want her to, like,
but
not
she goes,
grow?
Didn't you go? But she's cute.
All three of you will take 8 points
Hold
of
on,
damage
hold
to your
on.
might
No,
pool.
No.
Wait,
Hold
who
on, I
supposed
was
to
doing
roll?
a thing. I have a charm of strength. Do I have time to pull that out and put it on?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Bryson, Sylvia, and Massey.
Oh, never mind.
You're fine.
On me.
I try to tell y'all, nobody fucking listens
I might
to
as
me.
well. I might as well just try it and see if I hit it natural. I got a 19.
What do I do?
You
I
are.
don't know if I can do. If I have anything that reduces it to make me.
You can spend 3 points
I
from your
don't.
might pool.
Done.
You
Done.
are thrown and roll and finally catch and come to a skidding halt as the other two are ripped away from you into the darkness.
Your plan backfired,
Ow.
idiot.
Instead of taking 8 points of damage, you only took 3.
Fucking idiot.
I only took 3.
3 instead of 8. So
That's
you,
good because 8 points of damage would have knocked my might pool.
the
to
3
me.
that you took was the 3 you spent for the roll. You don't take 3 more.
Okay, cool. Oh, good. Oh, good.
But Sylvia and Massey, you do take 8 points of damage to your might pool. And they're gone. The 3 of you are left at the mouth of the mine, just staring. And I want to pan the camera down. Harley has already accepted this intrusion. As the crow flutters down, landing, staring at the chained form of the witch. A figure bulky in the multiple layers of hides and pelts just stares down at the little bird for holding out a hand, beckoning the bird into its palm, lifting it up, and just buries it under the pelts.
Once again, Hooper, please stop hurting my animals.
Truly,
Stop
I told you I
sending
wouldn't
them
forgive you the
face
last
first
time.
into danger.
She was trying to help.
No, Hoop, I told you. I told you last time this happened with Kian's animal.
Stop sending them
They're
into
Okay,
danger.
but we don't know that she's hurt. We just know that she's tucked up under some, stinky hides. It's fine.
So this has been nice, everybody. I will not be returning for the next episode. It's fine.
This has been nice, but fuck you, Hoop. Hey, Hoop.
Uh-huh.
Fuck you.
Hold on.
I had a fun time.
Oh, this is
I'm
great.
glad.
Turk, nobody fucking
Okay.
asked you.
I was
Also-
there.
Point of order, Hooper. None of the baddie bars were sent into danger. Okay,
Yeah.
literally none of
You
them.
used them as
Literally none.
emergency health packs in combat.
No, we didn't. We were going into the atmosphere, and you burned them up.
They
This
didn't
is a
burn up.
tangent.
No,
This
they
is a
didn't, they
tangent.
didn't burn up. They
and-
were dispersed by an EMP. You were the one who insisted they continue to survive
For-
as pure
For
form selection
beings
state.
of pure
We-
energy being dispersed by an EMP is the same thing as burning them.
Alas, dear family, our time together draws to a close, much like the fading embers of our campfire. But fear not, for though we must part ways now, the echoes of our adventures will linger into the night. As we bid farewell to the shadows and the whispers of the Appalachian wilderness, let us carry these memories of our journey, these bonds that we have forged, and the tales that we have shared. I would like to go around one more time, let all these fine folks tell you who they are, and what unfortunate souls they were able to portray tonight. We will go left to right, top to bottom. If you got anything to plug, anywhere that you're going to be in the internet, go ahead and plug it. So first up is Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, depending on where you're hanging out. Today, I have been Harley, who is an offish explorer who cannot escape the dark. I think that's what my sentence is. Tomorrow night, I will be over on Entropy Emporium for Minecraft Taskmaster. A bunch of us get I was reading the sentence. A bunch of us get together. We have a nice big party on Minecraft. We're at the point where some of us can start to kill the other ones, so it's gonna be great. I think we started with like like 10 people. Only one person is going to be able to win at the end. Wednesday night, you can find me here for Nova, our next episode of our Nova Season 2 campaign, where I get to play Nikki Breyer, Call Sign Sunshine. Absolutely delightful. I love that cast. I love that game. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be over on HP Emporium for They Call Us Villains. Super casual time. My character's knocked out right now in the hospital wing, so I have done nothing wrong. Next Wednesday, Beacons of Firelight over on High Shelf Collective. I play a little lad who might be betraying their party for the Empire. Unclear. Not quite sure where that's headed. Next Thursday, Project Reach Extraction, our dot hack sign inspired heist game over on Entropy Emporium. What's my little lad doing there? Oh, I have upset somebody's mother pretty intensely. I'm looking at my schedule, looking ahead. Those are most of the things I'm involved in right now. Every other Saturday here on Lost Caravan, Fabulous Also my campaign, I have a dragon boyfriend and a girlfriend who is being trapped and tortured, and she lives in my brain. It's super fun, super good time. Other than that, I have some things coming up that I can't yet talk about. Come follow me on social media. That's where you will hear about it first. That's me.
All right. Over to Daniela.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniela everywhere on the internet. Tonight I got to live out my halcyon dreams as Sylvia, a tongue-tied sage who cures what ails ya. You can find me, where can you find me? You can find me here every other Monday for Lancer Hellsgate with LC, where Hoop promised some really weird things are going to start happening. And you can find me here for the next episode of this Old Gods of Appalachia, which I believe is May 7th, I think. I don't really know. Yeah. That's all I have going on. That's all I have going on at the moment, I think.
Heck yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Over to Turk.
Hey everybody, I am Turk, or Turk Accented, if it please you. And I open my calculator up, not my calendar app. Happens all the time for me. And I was, of course, playing Boston, your neighborly protector who defends what matters. Kind of really built in there. Anyway, if you like my face and the words I say, then you can keep it locked here on Lost Caravan, where I will be here Tuesday, Wednesday, where first I will be running my probably last game of Call of Cthulhu in the Caravan Cthulhu thing, just for a bit, just a brief break, and it should be a quick one, given the players to decide to choose the very aptly titled scenario, Bleak Prospect. And then on Wednesday for Nova, where I play a very different kind of character, somewhat. And then on the 29th and 30th, you can find recordings of myself as I'm over on Neon Knights Roleplay. We'll be broadcasting our recorded session of Oathsworn, Odyssey of Dragon, which is a high fantasy Greek mythology game. Really good stuff. I mean, I love every episode we do. It's always the... my favorite episode is always the latest one we recorded or played, and that's completely due to my players. But this one is a real humdinger. So, yeah. And then on the 30th, we have our session point kind of one for Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle, which is the sequel to the award-nominated series Frozen Rain. And of course, as a note, I am also here most Thursdays playing Delta Green in our Impossible Landscapes campaign, as Doc so helpfully pointed out, which has been fucking incredible thus far. If you haven't got a chance to watch that, there is 2 whole seasons of content thus far, and a few episodes into season 3. And in addition, I think it was like a 2-shot that we recorded before any of this even happened, and a lot of some great interludinal stuff. That's not a word, but I'm making it happen. I'm making it work for me. But yeah, basically I bounce between Neon Knights Roleplay and Lost Caravan, and maybe I'll pop up somewhere else. So best place to keep it locked is on the socials, and I repost everything I'm in. So if you're interested in seeing more of that, but more importantly, follow people on our screen here, because I'm lucky enough to share a table with a whole bunch of folk here. Anyway, that's all for me. See you next time.
Over to Cass.
Shout out for Turk being adorable as fuck, y'all. Look at that face. Hi y'all. I have been your Bryson Medina, your totally mediocre white guy, who was the lucky company man speaker doing what needs done. Does what needs doing. I don't have my glasses on, I can read. I'm not gonna shake this accent for the next 2 days. It's gonna be fine. I will see you back on a week from today, actually, for the second part of a Beacon game that we bullied Hoop into over here. And then I will be back on Tuesday the 30th running my very first game on a stream, guys. We're going to be heisting some fools with the outgun system. I think I described it to the players as Suicide Squad steals from a muskrat. So please come watch the crew get into some shenanigans. And then I will be on your screens on May the 2nd over on Live from the Apocalypse for the continued psychological horror game Redacted. JD may have shot me. I'm dead. I already had ghosts in my head and now I'm dead. It's complicated. We're going to find out what happens. And then back over here for Old Gods of Appalachia. I'm missing something in there. Speakeasy. Is Speakeasy? Yeah, I'm missing Speakeasy on the 4th. I didn't write that down because I'm
Speaking
dumb.
of shooting people.
That was in December and you need to get over that. Anyway, yeah, Speakeasy Conspiracy. Nothing bad is ever happening over there on Singularity Roleplay. LC and I are in that game. It's fine. I'll let her yell at me about it. Go on.
Over to Elsie.
That is me. That is me, Cass. You're so right. And I will get to yelling at you in just a second. So, hi, I'm Elsie. I'm optimistic on all social media. I'm not going to spell it for you. It is above me right there. I barely post on social media. I'm going to be real. But if you want to see me yell randomly about random music quotes that I found about my characters, that's where you'll find it. I get real upset real fast about that. All right, where can you find me? That's this month. The remainder is really just on the 26th. If you super enjoy watching me suffer, which you all clearly have done during Recall Week, I'm finally paying it forward, or just paying my dues, I guess, and doing my Scare LC game. I have 3 lovely games. I read the description for one of them, which is not Don't Scream, but the other one Alice suggested, which is from the same company. Basically, I can't scream, and if you guys want to watch me scream and lose the game for it and start over, that is literally,
I have so
hey,
many points
Turk,
for this.
Turk, have you ever, you don't even have to use your points as a thing, it scares you on your own. Turk, you want to mute yourself so you don't have to laugh at me with my word choice? I'll fucking kill you. Anyways, but after that, I'm back here for Dustgrave, like Danielle said, and masks. It's funny because 2 people in here are now suffering for the choices of my actions in bad rolls,
It's
one of
true.
which was not even here last week, which was Kian, and I sure did roll bad, and now we are suffering for it. I play just an innocent little guy in both games. Neither of them have darkness following them. Neither of them have hungry exes, boyfriends.
3 games.
I haven't gotten to the 3rd game yet, which is where I will stand now, which is on the 4th of May, which is where Speakeasy is, as Cass was saying. I will yell at them for now. They did shoot me. Was it like 5 episodes ago? Yes. Will I let it go? No. I do have a fiance I've been promised a reaction and interaction with there. Will we finally kiss on the lips? Hopefully. It's not been on the lips yet. It is no longer Lent. I can kiss as many NPCs as I want. And that's about it so far. May coming. I have nothing going on except for those things that I've already listed every other Monday and Tuesday. I love you guys. You're great. Thanks for joining us. Old Gods of Appalachia is my passion, just like graphic design. And that's me.
Until we meet again, family, around the flickering firelight, may the old gods watch over you. Remember, dear family, the road may be long, the night may be dark, but as long as there's a fire in our hearts and stars in the sky, our adventure never truly ends. Stay safe. May the road rise ever to meet you. And farewell.